Welcome to the Samwell B12 experience,
where we have you covered for all the NHL action, play-by-play, news, and more. Make sure to subscribe today.
Hello, Canada and hockey fans in the United States and different lands.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Here we go. I'm throwing things across the room. I don't know where that went. Welcome in. It's the best night of the week. It's Saturday night, and we got an unbelievable all-Canadian matchup here on Hockey Day in Canada. It is the Leafs. It is the Canucks. And you know it. I know it. This is going to be a great matchup. The Canucks are having an absolutely unbelievable season. First in the Pacific, 30-11-4. The Maple Leafs struggling as of late, although they picked up a very big win just the other day in Calgary. Richard coming in with a 20-pound super chat. What's going on, Richard? Thank you so much. In Toronto at 7 p.m. in Vancouver. It's 1962. Go Leafs go. Richard, I love it. Welcome in and thank you so very, very much. Linda, what's going on? Welcome in. Steven, hello there. Theo, Sam Eagle, welcome in. Oil Collector, very us. Welcome in, everyone. Grandpa the Gamer, how's it going? Great to see you. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight, but let's jump in and get to the lineups because there's a lot I want to talk about before this game starts. For the Leafs, it's going to be Holmberg. He's going to stay up with Matthews and Marner. Bertuzzi, somehow, and I don't know why, is still on the second line with Tavares and Nylander. Matty Nyes is with Domi and Yarncroc. Then we got Bobby Mack with David Kempf and Noah Gregor. On the D side, Morgan Riley's with TJ Brody. Benoit and Jake McCabe, the Twin Towers. These two boys are big and they are hitting everything in sight. Great to see Benoit and McCabe, the way they're playing. Giordano and Liljegren going to round it out. And in goal tonight for the Leafs, it is Marty Jones. Jonesy gets the start again. Marty, how's it going? Marty's predicting 40 tonight for Matthews. That would be absolutely amazing if he were to do that. Nick Robertson, Lagesson, and Timmins riding the bench yet again. Roger, how's it going? Welcome in. Here we go for the Knuckleheads. For the Vancouver Canucks, Elias Pettersson. Man, what a year he's having. He's in with JT Miller and Brock Boeser. We got ex-Leaf Ilya Mikheyev with P. Suter and Andrei Kuzmenko. Kuzmenko, big rumors about where he could go. He could be traded. Hockey Mick, what's going on? Welcome in, Hayden. Good to see you. Welcome in, I Can Prep. How's it going? Welcome to the show, one and all. The third line for the Canucks, Dakota Joshua with Teddy Bluger and Connor Garland. Connor, I like him so much. Garland is great. Nils Hoglander with Nils Amen and Sam Lafferty. Lafferty should still be a Leaf. On the D side, Captain Quinn Hughes with Philip Hronek. We got Carson Saucy with Tyler Myers. Nikita Zadorov with Ian Cole and Thatcher Demko. Big Thatcher Demko getting the start for the Canucks. So, before we get into a little bit of information about this game, Lewis, what's going on? Leo, welcome in. Before we get talking about this game, there's a few things we got to look at that happened a couple of days ago. The Leafs and the Calgary Flames. Matthews with another hat trick. It is unbelievable what this kid is doing, even though he's not a kid anymore. His league-leading 35th goal of the season in 42 games. The only player in Maple Leafs franchise history to require as few games to reach the 35-goal benchmark. Bobby Day did it in 26, Frank Mahovlich in 39, Ricky Vive in 42. So Matthews in there with some really good company. He has recorded his 71st career multi-goal game, which ties him with Darryl Sittler for the most in Maple Leafs history. Austin Matthews also recorded his 11th career hat trick to break the tie with Rick Five, who had 10, and takes sole possession of 4th in Maple Leaf history, only behind Sittler, Dye, and Charlie Conacher. Now, Austin Matthews has moved into a tie with Joe Mullen, John LeClaire, and Kevin Stevens for second most hat tricks by an American-born player in NHL history. The record right now is held by Pat LaFontaine with 13. And I bet you anything, Matthews will have that lead in his very, very short career that he's having so far. Onyx, what's going on? Welcome in. Adede, welcome in. Good to see ya. Taking a look here. Matthews recorded his 14th 4-point game of his career, which leapfrogged Salming and McDonald, both with 13 for sole possession of 4th in Maple Leaf history. So there's a couple of stats that were posted during the last game. Now, fast forward to tonight. There's a couple big things brewing here. If we take a look, Elias Pettersson is 1 point away from joining JT Miller as the second Canucks player with 60 or more points in the season. That is absolutely amazing. Should he get a point, it would mark the first time in Canucks history the club has had multiple 60-point players at this stage during the season, 46 games played. The previous marker was in 49 games played, which was done by both Sedins in 2010-2011. As well, if we take a look, B. Disney, what's going on? Mitch Marner is one multi-point game away from reaching the 50-point mark for the 8th time in his career. Only 4 other players in Maple Leaf history have recorded as many 50-point seasons. Dave Keon has done it 12 times. Sundin has done it 12 times. Sittler 9, and of course Matthews with 8. So, Marner can do it. He's only a couple of points away, and that is going to be pretty darn awesome. From the Vancouver Canucks side, a couple of stories that we're watching. The Canadian white trash guy, welcome in. Pick the peck of pickled peppers. Absolutely. Cartoons, what's going on? Taking a look, going into tonight's game. Vancouver, all time against Toronto is 72, 65, and 22. Which is absolutely crazy. That includes a 45, 24, 11, and 2 record on home ice. So Vancouver has had the Leafs number at home. JT Miller leads all active Canucks skaters in scoring against Toronto with 29 points in 33 games, which is pretty cool. Thatcher Demko has a 5-4-0 record with a 3.25 goals against average in 9 career games against Toronto. Pretty nice. Some quick numbers. Pettersson, 14 points in his last 7 games. Quinn Hughes has registered 14 points in his last 15 games. So it's pretty amazing what this Canucks team is doing. Now, the last time they did meet in Toronto was back on November 11th, and Toronto took that one 5-2. So Vancouver looking for some revenge coming up here. Now, what these two teams are doing when it comes to the power play. Toronto currently ranks 6 overall. The Vancouver Canucks tied for 9th. On the penalty kill, Vancouver 19th, Toronto 25th. So neither one of these teams having a great penalty kill marker. So there's some stats, some numbers to look at as we're getting ready. Also, Matthews is 1 hat trick away from Chichi with 5 in a season, which would be absolutely amazing should Matthews be able to do it. Curtis, how's it going? Welcome in. Matthews has been on such a tear. It's absolutely incredible what he has been able to accomplish. 8 points in his last 5 games, 6 of those being goals. I mean, Matthews, it's just absolutely redonkulous what he's doing. 37 goals right now in 42 games. 37 includes all 3 of his goals from the last one. 54 points, but 37 and 42. Is there a chance Matthews can pull it around, get to the 50 and 50 marker? It hasn't been done in a long time, and it would be pretty awesome to see. Giles in Ontario, what's going on? I want to see Tavares score on Demko tonight. It would be great. Listen, it would be great for Tavares to get going. He needs to find a way. Tavares has been a little sluggish lately, so he definitely needs to step up. Now, coming out a couple of nights ago, there was a post-game press conference after the Oiler game, and Coach Sheldon Keefe came out and kind of ripped Bertuzzi and Nylander publicly, saying they need to do better. They need to get going. He talked about how awful that second line was, Bertuzzi, Nylander, and Tavares. So they really, need to get things going. B Disney, do you have a question? Is that for me? Can you please set me up to use? Oh, there we go. Okay, B Disney. Let me see. Let me take a look. Why? Sometimes with these things, I have to refresh the back end of it. So let me take a sneak peek here real quick, B Disney, and see if we can get you going. Prep, thank you so much. I do feel way better than I was before. Getting there, getting back to 100%. Still have a little bit of a ways to go, but getting there. If anybody else, if any of the other channel members are having an issue with their gambling functionality, let me know, or let one of the mods know so they can get my attention, and I will definitely do my part to try and refresh to make sure that it is working as expected. All right, B Disney, I deleted and re-added you, so give it a whirl. It might take a couple of minutes to go through, but you should be good to go. Let's close that, get back over here. Perfect. So yeah, we'll keep an eye. If anyone else is having issues, we'll see if we can correct it. Now, welcome in. As you are coming in, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button for me, hit that like button. We want to try and get that up as close to 100 as quick as we can. So thank you so much for doing that. That is a big help. And of course, if you're brand new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Help us continue to grow. We are on the way. I don't even know where we are. Let's get back over here. We are on the way to kind of 9,500. So if you haven't subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe and help us out tonight. It is going to be a good game. Like I said, the all-Canadian matchup, puck drop just minutes away, and we're going to be jumping in. Make sure to stick around after today's game. We have a brand new post-game show we're going to launch into. Some of what you've liked in the past, kind of revamped and repackaged, and we are getting on that tonight for the first launch of our Maple Leafs post-game show. BC Transportation, what's going on? Welcome in. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Again, welcome in, everybody. It's the Leafs looking to continue their winning streak of 1, looking to extend that to 2 after defeating the Calgary Flames just a couple of nights ago. Now, some say they got lucky. Do they win that game if Matthews does not get his hat trick? Do they win that game if that goal does not get called back? Now, Calgary scored a very nice goal, but they deemed it was a hand pass. And watching the replay, it definitely hit the Calgary player's hand early on in the shift. They say it was redirected by the hand to the other player. it was definitely not intended to be passed to the other player, but it did deflect off the glove, so it was the right call for it to be blown down. So, do the Leafs win that game if those two things don't happen? Well, one could argue. But we'll see what they do today against a very good Vancouver Canuck team. Now, as we're getting ready for this one to start, looking real quickly at the games earlier today, it was a very busy day here in NHL land. Lightning taking it 3-1 over the Sabres. The Avs 7-4 over the Flyers. The Coyotes over the Preds 3-2. Jets 2-1 in overtime over the Senators. Triton, welcome in. Hitting that freeze. Jeff, how's it going? Welcome. And those were the games earlier today. 4 games completed. We are just kicking off another 3 games, and then we'll have more coming later today. So we will keep you up to date from around the league on everything that is going on. Again, we are on kind of Pettersson watch. 1 more point for him will tie JT Miller, giving the Canucks 2 60-point players. And we're on Mitch Marner watch, who is getting very close to hitting a milestone for his 8th time in his career, the 50-point mark, which would be pretty darn awesome. Marner is looking good, so we're going to be watching all the stats. Theo Samigo, what's going on? Welcome in. They played their best game of the year, and Matthews looked beat. You know, watching that game, one thing against Calgary, they did very, very well for most of the game. It wasn't all of it, but most of the game is they skated. I haven't seen the Leafs skate as hard as they did during the first half of that game. It was great to see. Now, can they continue to do that here against a very quick Vancouver team? This Vancouver team is absolutely something else. They are in second place overall. Actually, they are in second, but they're tied points-wise for first in the NHL with the Winnipeg Jets. Vancouver and Winnipeg 1-2, and Toronto, a tough week ahead. They got Vancouver tonight. They got the Kraken tomorrow night. We'll be here. And then they got 2 games against Winnipeg next week. So a tough stretch here for the Maple Leafs. We will see how they can hold on and what they can do. TJ, what's going on? Welcome in. Good timing. The anthems are done. We're ready to get this game rolling. Jonesy in net, 9-5-1 record, 2 shutouts. He looks good. Let's get to that game screen. All right, here we are. We are ready to go, ready to get things moving along. Of course, all the stats, everything will be updated as we get cracking. Not cracking, Sam. That's tomorrow night. Everything will get updated as we start Canuckin. Is that better? But let's go. Sam for Prime Minister might be better. Oh boy, I must have missed something there. Keith for Prime Minister. Oh dear Lord. Don't want to see that. Let's get this one going. The Matthews line here to kick it off. Gonna drive this one against the Pettersson line. Pettersson. He's in to take this opening draw. Riley finding a bit of a big crack in the ice here, calling the officials' attention over to it. There's a pretty big divot over there. I think they're gonna ignore it for now. I don't like that. The ref kind of was able to run his finger through it, so that could be a dangerous little thing just inside the Leaf zone. Game is on. Puck is going to be in the Vancouver zone to start this one off. Down in the corner, Pettersson in there trying to fish it out. Brody up high. He's trying to pinch in there. Marner can't pitch it down, and this is going to come away to Roenick. Roenick going to send this up and all the way down the ice. No icing called as Vancouver was there first. Coming around behind the net, Riley going to push Boeser up against the boards. Matthew comes in with a little hit there, a little collision, and the Leafs going to throw this one out. Picked down by Susie. They're going to back it around. Vancouver trying to organize. Rick, what's going on? Hockey Day in Canada. Let's go Leafs Battle of Alberta next. Yeah, Rick, that's going to be a good one too. That is going to be a good one. This one coming in. Jonathan, what's going on? Welcome in. Garland going to bring this in. Back to the line. Here's a big blast. Jonesy made the stop, kicking it over to the side of the net. Nobody could see it for a moment there. Now this is going to come all the way down. Nylander trying to race down. Nylander going to get there. Quick shovel to Tavares. And he puts it just wide of the net. Sending this back around to the line. Can't hold it in. This is going to hop out. No, Tavares using his chest. Nice play there. Was able to keep it in for a second, and then Vancouver gets it out. This coming all the way down the ice. Here come the Leafs, going to bank it off the boards, trying to deflect it in. They cannot do it. Going to bring this one. I don't care what you all say. I still like Keefe as a coach. There he goes. Grandpa's got it. Grandpa's got the passion. This coming around. Vancouver going to play this to the line. Leafs hold it in momentarily. The Domi line coming on now as the Vancouver Canucks get this out to the center ice line. Play it all the way down. Jonesy flipping it to Liljegren, up to Nyes. Nyes back across. Toronto moving it down the left side of the ice. Domi's going to roll this one in. Giordano's going to get there first. Tried to send it over to Yarncroc. That's intercepted. Here's Ilya Mikheyev with a headman pass. They're going to move this one down, sending it around. Kuzmenko putting it in front of the net. Toronto, a little sloppy here in the early goings. Vancouver with it. Hughes going to bring this one in. Hughes cycling around, taking a look. Here's a long shot looking for the deflection in front. A rebound, another shot, another save, wraparound attempt. And that's going to be knocked down by Liljegren. He can't clear. Vancouver holding this one in. Roenick putting it in the corner. Back to Roenick with a one-timer. That gets blocked. It's going to jump on Jones. It was bobbling. He couldn't settle it down. Vancouver still working with it. Back to the line to Hughes. Hughes carrying it in. This shot's going to hop just wide. Vancouver all over Toronto here. Toronto doesn't know if they're going or coming. This one moving around. It's in the corner, being held up there. Amon is hanging on to it. Finally, it's going to be dug out. Toronto going to intercept again. Puck is sitting there. Vancouver, first one to pick it up. Pass back to Roenick. Roenick, middle of the ice. Hughes with it. Sending it towards the net. It's one tip, two tip. And they score! Tic-tac-toe. Wow. Vancouver. The Canucks strike first. They have been all over Toronto. This line, Yarncroc, Nyes, Domi stuck in their own zone. Giordano, Liljegren battling. And this puck just finds its way through Jones. They did their jobs. Domi kind of took his man down. The loose puck was sitting there. Höglander comes in, and he just gets a stick on it, and a backhand beats Jonesy. Jonesy was in the position, but somehow that found a way through. They were battling hard. That was just a broken play and too long, scrambling in their own zone. Vancouver, 1-0 lead to start this game. Dallas, what's going on? Welcome in. Wow. Not good. Davey boy, what's going on? Not good at all. Again, as you are coming in, hit that thumbs up button for me. This coming around. Brody going to take a shot. Rebound is going to be scooped away. Here comes Vancouver. Vancouver going to bring this down. Quick shot. Just putting that one in. In the corner, Vancouver can't come up with it. Toronto's going to carry this one out, and they're going to send it now down the ice. Setting it up. Long pass. That's going to miss the intended target. So this will be an icing call and coming all the way back down to the Vancouver zone. Wow. Now some big news coming out of the NHL. Earlier this afternoon, the New York Islanders had fired their head coach, and they announced a signing, a big signing. The new head coach of the New York Islanders, Stanley Cup champion, NHL All-Star, NHL legend, Patrick Waugh. Patrick Waugh, your new head coach of the Islanders. And here's Marner from his knees in front, shovels it just wide. Holmberg goes in the corner. He's going to send this around the boards. McCabe going to cut that one off, tried to feed it over to Matthews. Vancouver flips that up and down the ice. This will be another icing against Vancouver. That's right, Patrick Waugh, the new coach of your New York Islanders. Waugh has done an amazing job in the lower levels of hockey. He's proven to be a very good coach and a very good hockey IQ for coaching. So a great signing by the Islanders. Lala's Place, what's going on? Yeah, it's great news. Finally a shot on net. Miller's going to win that draw. Vancouver brings it back. They're going to send this one up to the red line. They're going to chip this one in. The chase is on. Nylander, what are you doing? Nylander pulls up in the corner, allowing JT Miller to get in there first. Coming around, Vancouver setting it up. Here's Hughes. Hughes sending it over to Boeser. Boeser back around to Hughes. Hughes moves around Bertuzzi to the line. Here's a blast. That hits a body and gets knocked down. Vancouver sending this around, back along to the point. Vancouver bobbled it, but we're able to hold this one in. Coming over to Pettersson. Pettersson fans on the shot. Toronto going to get it over to Tavares. I don't know what on earth Nylander did on that play. He was going in the corner, and he totally held up and did not want to go in after it. Digging for it. This one going to come around. Vancouver with the puck, going to slide this over. Here they come again on the move. Dan, what's going on? Should have played Sammy tonight. Don't know. Yeah, they will do that tomorrow. I assume Sammy's going to get the start tomorrow against the Seattle Kraken. This coming around. Liljegren here to pick it up. Lily's going to chip this to the line. Leafs finally get it out. Coming through the middle. Here's Mitch Marner. Marner coming in. Slides it through. Couldn't get all the way. Vancouver going to intercept that one. They get it to the line. Matthews can't keep it in. Marner back to pick it up. He's going to send this right back down in. Leafs on the move, coming around to pick this one up. Stealing it, trying to fit it to Matthews. Again, it's picked off there. Quick sticks there by the Vancouver Canucks, intercepting these passes. Benoit, head up. He has stepped away from one, and then he comes in with a big hit against Nils Aman. Big hit there coming around. TJ says, let's get this wave going. Here's a quick shot from Vancouver, and they score. What a shot. Candy, what's going on? Welcome in. Berube, Trot's next head coach. Rick, it's got to be something. What an absolute goal scorer shot this was. In the corner, Amin, he drops it off. A beautiful, beautiful, well-placed shot here. Höglander just goes top corner. Jones is on his knees like all goalies do, blocking the right side of the net. And this was just an absolute snipe. This was a shot where he scored. You know when they put those things up in front of the net and you shoot to put it through the little hole to win a car? That's pretty much what he did. If that little hole was in the short side top corner, that is exactly where he sniped. Spectacular shot in Vancouver. Now up 2-0 just a few minutes into this hockey game. 2 goals, 1-2 for Höglander. Unbelievable. Jones has been a touch shaky. You know what, David Boy, I can't blame Jones for that. That was just an absolute stellar, well-placed shot. Toronto coming through. Looks like we got a delayed penalty coming up to Vancouver here. In the corner, finally it's touched up. We got an interference call, so Toronto's going to find their way on the power play. Rick, it was an absolute beauty of a shot. Told you they play one tough game, then float for the next 3. They're not looking good here so far. Charlie, what's going on? Welcome in. Waugh went to the Olympics too. That's right. He was an Olympic goaltender. Waugh has done it all. But this team, this Leaf team right now, they are in tough. They are not skating like they did the other night against Calgary. Now listen, not that I'm making excuses. Vancouver is one of the best teams in the league right now. Them and Winnipeg are the 2 top teams. So I don't want to say the Leafs are just playing terrible. Whoa, what's going on there? Why are we getting a little, that was weird. Huh, okay, that's interesting. There we go. Must be a, that was strange. Yeah, can't take anything away from Vancouver. It's not like we're saying the Leafs are playing bad. I mean, they are, but Vancouver is just that good. Ron, how's it going? Will they make it to the playoffs? Well, they are in serious trouble. Why is this bouncing around so much? They are in serious trouble right now because Detroit has gotten hot at the right time. So Toronto has actually dropped, and they are a wild card team right now. That's how far the Leafs have fallen. Tampa Bay now sits 3rd in the Atlantic. Toronto sitting as a wild card team. And Detroit is right there. They're 2 points up on Washington, 3 on New Jersey and the Islanders. So Toronto needs to start picking up some points, and they got to start doing it quickly. So this is going to be Zadorov. Zadorov going to the box for taking out Knives. Toronto now on the power play. Let's see if they can do something about it. You want me to do a service call, Sam? I have a really big hammer. It fixes everything. There you go. That's awesome. Phil, what's going on? Welcome, and never have to worry about being late. Just glad to see you here. No news on Bedard other than he is skating again. Here it comes back to Nylander. Instead of shooting, he elected to pass to Tavares, and that was deflected up and out of play. And it looks like they've now taken that one registered for shot from Toronto. They've taken it away. Which, I don't know why, but they've taken the shot away from Toronto. So here we go. Tavares in to take this draw. It's been days that Curtis Joseph and Ed Belford, the goalies, would regularly steal games for us. That they did, David Boy. That was a long time ago. This off the draw, going to come to the side of the net, bringing this one around. And Vancouver, Susie able to clear this all the way down. Jones going to set it up here for Morgan Riley. Riley on the move. Here comes Riley. He's going to carry this down. He's looking to drop it back. Vancouver knows they kept the man low. Great job, Vancouver, scouting the Toronto power play. Here's Nylander coming in for Matthews. He can't tip it out of the air. And it's stolen by Vancouver. 2-on-1, shorthanded by Vancouver. Tavares trying to get back. Pass comes across, and Joshua just couldn't control it. Here's Marner. Over to Matthews. Matthews with a terrible pass. Goes into the corner. Nylander, wake up. Nylander grabs the puck. He's circling around. Goes with a terrible pass across ice. Marner trying to feed this in the corner for Tavares. Tavares trying to make some moves between the legs. Marner can't control it, and it comes out. Holy Tavares, you have taken over for Klingberg. Just looking atrocious. Toronto bringing it in to Nylander. Nylander walking in. Goes across. Shoot the puck. Shoot the puck. Shoot the puck. Here's Riley back to Matthews. Matthews with it. Nice little move. Matthews coming in. Matthews with the backhand. Tavares can't feed that one in. Coming back around. And Vancouver knocks it out again. Holy moly. With 20 seconds to go, Toronto puts their B unit on. This ain't good at all. Wow. Terrible power play here. Coming around, Yarncroc loses a puck and Vancouver is going to clear. Wow. Atrocious. Welcome in, everybody. As you are coming in, make sure you're hitting that like button. If you haven't clicked it, give it a clickety click, click, click. Of course, make sure you're hitting that subscribe as well. Toronto going to carry this one in, sending it around. Colleen, how's it going? Welcome in. In front, shot by Bertuzzi. And Demko thought he had it, but he came loose. Down around in the corner. Nice job there. Cook shot Bertuzzi finally doing something. And this is going to be cleared out and all the way down the ice. It's going to be an icing call as the power play is now expired. Atrocious. Domi with a beautiful pass to Bertuzzi. And Bertuzzi, you know, he had the whole top part of the net. He elected to try and go 5-hole as Demko was coming over, but Demko shutting the legs there, not allowing Bertuzzi to put it in. Wow. Can we please put Dory replay in the locker room? Say shooting, just keep shooting. See, Onyx, Marner's mom is so embarrassed to come out and play right now. Oh, there she is. She came out for a little bit, but she's nervous. Owls, what's going on? Lucas, welcome in. Here's a shot right off the draw. Nice little stop. That one gets knocked down. Vancouver gobbling up that loose puck. They're going to play this one out, tipping it out. Riley there to pick it up. Going to get it to Liljegren, who plays this all the way back down. Back in the Vancouver zone. Hughes wanted it. Couldn't get it. Toronto on the forecheck. Gregor McMahon doing a nice job. Jerry, how's it going? That was supposed to be a power... I know, right? Hockey Bud, what's going on? Not a good power play at all. We're about 10 minutes gone in this first period. The Leafs have yet to show up. Here's Benoit. Benoit going to play this one around to McCabe. McCabe backhanding it to Kempf. Kempf doesn't scoop it. Back in the side of the net for Garland. Garland down low. Kempf going in the corner. He's going to work hard in there against Amon. And finally, the Leafs going to get this one out. It's going to roll down the ice, not far enough for icing. Soucy back to pick this one up. Yikes. Let's go. This coming in, Giordano there to cut it off. Giordano in the corner. He goes in against Almond. Here's Liljegren. He's got to forward it around as Lafferty coming in hard. Tavares back to pick it up. Oh, I crunched my candy. I apologize. Here's Nylander coming around, cycling down low. Nylander cutting one way, the other way. Played with it for too long, and Zadorov knocking it off his stick. Zadorov coming in here on TJ Brody. Get that hand up a little high. Lafferty in with a nice hit. I think that was Lafferty. If he would turn around and show me his number, I could tell you for certain. Of course it is. Coming all the way back to Riley. Riley, long lead pass. He's going to get this up. Misses his intended target, and that's going to be an icing call against Toronto. So these guys stuck on the ice. Wow. So, Coro, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. If you're just coming in, come on in. Have some fun. Come on in the chat. Say hello. Introduce yourself. We'd love to meet new people. We want to thank you for supporting us here tonight. Starbucks pineapple. Oh, I can't do pineapple, Dallas. No pineapple for me. All right, coming in, Matthews taking this draw against Pettersson. Pettersson going to win that with ease off the draw. One-timer. Nice shot. It's blocked. Coming back around the other side. Roenick sending it through a crowd in front. Misses everybody. Back around to Hughes. Hughes hits a skate. Doesn't come out. Hughes somehow kept it. No, now it comes out. Here comes Matthews. Puts it across. Oh, come on. Holmberg couldn't take the pass. He gets forced into the corner. Matthews digging it out to Marner. Marner coming around with it. Mitchie. He's going to backhand this across. Hits a Canuck. Goes over to Matthews. Tried to airlift it to Holmberg, but he couldn't knock it down. Side of the net. Taking a look. This coming in front. Toronto cannot get it yet again. Tell me where they are. Where they are in the offensive end. Canadian white trash guy, unfortunately, they are nowhere where they should be in the offensive end. They are scrambling like crazy. This coming around, Toronto going to intercept the pass. Knives down the left side, had it in temporarily. And here comes the Canucks. 3-on-3, back into the Leaf zone. McCabe going to get that loose puck, passing it up the middle. Here's Knives going to flip it to Yarncroc. Yarncroc going to chip it in, and Yarncroc is hit head over heels into the Vancouver Canucks bench. And the Canucks throw him back on the ice. Say, wrong bench, buddy. It's an icing call against Vancouver. Yarncroc meet the Canucks. He got absolutely tumbling in. Jimmy, that is correct. They are not looking very good at all right now. 98, what's up? Keep a bit more still at the time of the game. Off your... Can you actually see it off the reflection of my glasses? Do I need to get a little closer? That's funny. This coming around, Bertuzzi here to pick it up. Cycling around, cannot get it. In the corner, Vancouver doing a nice job on him. Bertuzzi with it now. He's going to go off the boards to Liljegren. Liljegren passing this one across. Nylander sending this down low. Doesn't get all the way to Tavares. It's picked up here by Soucy again. Side of the net. And Vancouver just going to flip this one up and out of their own zone. Tavares breaks into the left zone and passes around the boards to Nyes. Yeah, this coming around. Tavares coming in. He's just behind the net. Trying to kick it through. Bertuzzi down there with them. Two Leafs there, and it's the Vancouver player that comes away with it. They're going to bring this one up. Soucy off the boards. Little tip in play. Trying to get it to Joshua, who sends it in front. Bluger, they score again! Holy Canucks! What the Canuck is going on? This is unbelievable. The Vancouver Canucks are dominating the Maple Leafs right now. Wow. This is not a good sign. All right, let's get the cap. I didn't want to have to put the cap on tonight. I just went to the chop shop today, but we're going to have to put the cap on. Unbelievable. Wow, looks like Garland is going to get that one. Maybe the Leafs core Should get some hockey lessons from the Beebs. Oh no, Jimmy, you didn't go there. Unbelievable. Not a great start. Listen, there's only one place the Leafs can go from here, and that is up. So let's see if they can start to mount any kind of a comeback. This coming down into the corner. 6.5 to go in a very disappointing start to this hockey game. Here's a backhand around, and Demko going to hold on that as Gregor in front takes a shot right to the punum. So there's a little exchanging of recipes in front of the net. They're going to go to commercial break. Had to make a new account. Oh, Leo, that sucks. Sorry, buddy. So not a good start at all for the Maple Leafs. They are in all kinds of hurt right now. All kinds of hurt as Vancouver is just really steamrolling them. Could be wrong, but is Jones looking like he's getting burned out? So, Jones is struggling a little bit. He's struggling a little bit right now, but I can't blame it solely on Jones. The players in front of him are not helping the cause at all. And by the way, thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Much appreciated. They are not helping him at all, and that is making a huge difference right now. When Toronto was playing well, they were helping in front. They were blocking out, boxing out players. They were allowing Jones to see the puck. They're just not skating today. They're just not covering the guys properly. It's just sloppy defensive play, which ultimately means Jones is kind of hung out to dry a little bit here. The second goal, I don't blame Jonesy at all for that, but right now they are struggling. Lee, I agree. I'd love to see Lagesson back in there. Lagesson was playing really, really well. I'd love to see him get back in there. The Canucks will win the cup this year. Demko, Vezina, Hughes, Norris, JT Miller for the Selke. Jimmy, that's not so far-fetched. That, there's very good possibility of seeing some incredible things happen with this Vancouver team. The Canucks have been building for quite some time. We've seen that. And it's really coming to fruition, and they are looking real good. They are the real deal. The Lone Stranger, what's going on? Welcome in. Hayden Lagesson has been playing ping pong with Nick Robertson as they wait to get back in this lineup. Christo, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, right, Dallas? Nice, AAU. So here's the draw. Toronto going to come away with it. They have possession. Going to go off the boards down to the point. Keeping it in. Liljegren to Matthews. He kicks it across to Marner. Marner shoveling it towards the net. Nice save there by Demko. Demko coming up with a big save. Here it comes back to the line. This top line for Toronto, they're the ones that have been carrying this team, at least through the Calgary game. Coming in over to Marner. Marner just inside the line. Going to throw it up. Backhand by Matthews. That one gets knocked aside. Down into the far corner. Picked up here by Vancouver. Vancouver, by the way, wearing their black retro jerseys. The old school skate logo, which is very cool. The Maple Leafs in their whites. I think Hellebuck will win the Vezina. It's going to be a battle. Hellebuck has some good numbers. We'll look at intermission. We'll look and do a little compare and contrast the two goalies, Hellebuck versus Demko. But both certainly having stellar years. Face off in the Vancouver zone again, 5:49 to go. Toronto's going to win this. Nyes feeding it back to the line, throwing it in towards the net. That one's deflected just wide. In the corner, Miller going to throw a little bit of hit there. Getting this over to Hughes. Here comes Captain Hughes. Going to bring this down. Tried to hit Pettersson. He couldn't control it. Riley picks up the loose puck. Going to give it to Brody. Brody back over to Riley. The defenders leading the rush here. Riley bringing it in. He's going to take the shot. And that one is going to be kicked aside. Nice job there by Riley. Going to come in back over to Riley. Carrying this around. Can't pull the trigger. There's another shot. Rebound is there. Domi couldn't get a stick on it. Nice job there by Hughes tying up the stick. This coming all the way out. TJ Brody back to pick it up. Mikheyev all over him. Domi in his own zone. Moving it over to Brody. Brody with a head up, taking a look. Going to pass it up the left-hand side, just past the Vancouver bench. Toronto chips it in. Now the Canucks bring it right back out in the neutral zone. Nylander with it, coming up the right side of the ice, going to play it up to Liljegren. Liljegren from the right tried to come through side of the net. That one actually hits the mesh of the net, and the Canucks going to pick it up. Racing this one down, it's going to be deflected in. Vancouver, side of the net, going to bring it around, and Toronto picks it up. Here they come the left side. Bertuzzi tried to pass it to Tavares. Tavares stumbled. They were very lucky to knock this one out. Back in their own zone. Vancouver going to play this one up. Toronto just flipping it right back out. They cannot get anything going right now. Justin, what's up? Wonder if Keefe gets a good pension. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Daryl, what's going on? Welcome in. Bringing Carlton the Bear out. This coming into the Vancouver zone, right side. Toronto with it. Going to send this one in. Couldn't do much. Coming out in the line. Here comes Aman again. He's going to flip this one into the Toronto corner, right side. Big little shoulder-to-shoulder hit there as Toronto takes the puck away. The fourth line for the Leafs getting some PT here. Here comes Benoit. Benoit carrying this one up. Benoit cycling around, taking a look. He's going to flip this one in. Here comes Marner. He can't catch up to it. Vancouver with it. Nice little stick lift by Marner. Gets it over to Matthews, to Holmberg. Back up to Holmberg. He can't control it, and it's going to come to the line and out. Sheldon, what's going on? I'm really concerned with the Leafs this year. Yeah, Sheldon, I definitely do. Definitely do. I mean, their defense core is pretty weak right now, and the effort is nowhere to be found. Marner going to bring this one in, trying to flip it up for TJ Brody. Brody coming in deep. He sends it over for Holmberg. Doesn't connect. Holmberg steals it back. He gets knocked down. Marner racing it against Pettersson. Pettersson back. Couldn't control it. Marner has it. To the line for Matthews. He's going to send it in. Gets knocked down in front in Vancouver. Banks this one out. Mitch Marner, the lone man back. One goal at a time. Let's go. That's right, Lewis. Let's get it going. One goal at a time. Here comes Nyes bringing it in. He has it knocked off his stick. Vancouver setting it back around. The Canucks 3.78 goals a game this season. They are first in the NHL. They score a whole lot. Bringing it around. There's a hit. Toronto's going to pick up the loose puck. It's Benoit again. He's going to carry it straight up the middle. Pass to the right side for Nyes. The problem is when you're skating it up and your forwards are standing still on the blue line. As you cross the blue line, you can't pass it too far ahead because your forwards are standing still. Gotta get it going. Here's a shot in front. That one's going to get knocked down. Ben, what's going on? Oh, I would not like to see that. Chomps, what's going on, brother? Welcome in. Good to see you. Maybe one day I'll be your partner, Chan, like Simpson. What do I need and how to do it? I love you too, brother. Hope you guys are doing well. Coming around, big hit, Liljegren behind the net. This one is sending it around to the line, and that one's going to be knocked out. Vancouver bringing it right back in. Toronto's starting to get some hits on. We got about 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go in the first. Vancouver's keeping this one in. Would you give up some major assets for a trade this deadline to improve this team? Would you? Ooh, Sheldon, that's a great question. It depends on what assets and who we're talking about. Long shot in, that's going to be deflected just wide. I would be willing to do whatever it takes to get this defensive squad sorted out. Trying to jam this one in. Toronto's going to flip this off the boards to the line, not out. Vancouver holds the line. Coming in, Garland playing this across, walking through the middle. Toronto, how did they not take a penalty there? The Maple Leafs literally mugged the Vancouver player coming through the middle. No call. Toronto got away with one there.
Last minute of play in this period.
Here we go. We are under a minute to go. It's been all Canucks. Vancouver with the puck. Susie, he's going to bounce this one in. That should be an icing. No icing called. Riley there. He's going to rip it to the line. Vancouver holds it in. They're going to play this one back down in the corner. Scooping it up here is JT Miller. Gets it over to Matthews. Matthews up to Nylander. Nylander cutting through the middle. He's got Bertuzzi skating, but he likes to give it to Riley. Riley slowing it down. You ever notice how Nylander almost never passes to Bertuzzi? He looks at Bertuzzi and then goes elsewhere. Coming through the middle, Matthews is taken down. I would trade Matthews, Marner, and Riley. Ooh, Jimmy. That's some serious talk right there. And this one is going to be knocked out with 11 seconds to go. Jonesy has to come out and play it. Plays it over to Brody. Brody going around behind the net. This one picked up by Riley. He holds on to it, and there goes the buzzer. That's going to do it. The first period is in the books. Yikes. Let's go over to the intermission, and let's kind of break this all down.
Sam Welby experience.
Thank you, Dougie, Mr. Doug Gilmore, for the win. Nice to see him smiling right now. Leaf fans not smiling at all as the Vancouver Canucks have a 3-0 lead. The first goal, Nils Hoglander, his 13th from Sam Lafferty and Quinn Hughes. Holander's 14th, his second of the game from Amon and Garland. And then Garland, his 7th of the year from Bluger and Joshua. Only one penalty in this period. It was Zadorov interference called against Matthew Knies. Shots they're showing now 9. I love how they keep adjusting the shots. 9 shots apiece. Maple Leafs pretty high up, 61.5% in the face-off circle, which is great for them. 0 for 1 on the power play. It was an atrocious power play. Toronto leads in hits 8-7. 3 block shots for the Leafs, 7 block shots for the Canucks, doing a great job there. 3 giveaways for the Leafs, 1 for the Canucks, 2 takeaways apiece for each team. Those are your stats at this point. Taking a quick look, let's get back over here. The other 7 o'clock game sees the Montreal Canadiens up 2-1 over the Boston Bruins. The Dallas Stars 1-0 over the New Jersey Devils, which is nice to see the Bruins losing to a Canadian team. That always feels good. If we take a sneak peek for those that are curious, the referees tonight, Tom Chmielewski, Graham Skittler, the linespersons, Trent Knorr and Caleb Apperson. So those are your officials for tonight's game. Let's see, do we have any further updates? Let's just see, are you going to give us any? By the way, on Hoglander's goals today is 13th and 14th. He now matches and suppresses his NHL career high set as a rookie in 2021 of 13 goals. So Hoglander now career high in goals, which is awesome. He did have 3 goals against the Maple Leafs that year in his rookie season, which is pretty cool. He also, Hoglander, can become the first player in franchise history with a first period hat trick, but it did not happen. The second NHL player to achieve this feat was Zach Hyman. Zach Hyman did it November 11th, 2023, hat trick in the first period, but Hoglander does not accomplish that. Hat tricks during Hockey Day in Canada, which is pretty cool, right? It's a kind of a separate thing now. Hockey Day in Canada, those that did it had a hat trick on this day. Michael Bunting did it on the 29th of 2022. Patrick Laine did it February 8th of 2020. Kevin LeBlanc did it February 9th of 2019. And way back in 2008, also on February 9th, Jason Spezza had a hat trick on Hockey Day in Canada Day. Leafs should have stolen Bedard. That would have been something, but there's no chance. No way that would have happened. No McCauley. That's right. No McCauley. Garland is better than Marner. He's a third-line player. I love Garland. Listen, Garland is a great player. Jonathan bringing out the bunt. Love it. Garland is a great player. Very underrated. I don't think he is as well known as he probably should be. Yes, I would take Hyman back in a heartbeat. Hyman has developed very, very nicely, and he's playing well. He's had his ups and downs, but he has played very, very well. Feels like I need a hip replacement. Oh, well, Daryl, I hope you hang in there, buddy. Feel better. Watch the Wild Panthers. Yeah, that was a pretty crazy game. PWHL update. New York won 4-1 over Boston this afternoon. Toronto, Montreal starts at 8. Thank you. I can prep. Keep us posted on that game throughout, if you don't mind. If I was Toronto, I would give up first rounder for Tanev. He isn't worth a third pick from anyone else. The problem, Jimmy, the problem with trading with Calgary, and really it's not just Calgary, the problem Toronto trading with any team is the asking price is always higher, right? At this point, all the GMs know Toronto's struggling. They all need help. Toronto trying to get a deal, well, the asking price is always, always higher. When they were trying to get Zadorov, Calgary wanted much more from Toronto in Tree Living than they did anyone else. When you saw that deal go through, you're like, wait a second. Why couldn't we get that? Well, it's because they wanted more from us. What is happening with Perry? Krista, I have not heard anything new with Perry other than both the Leafs and Corey Perry have mutual interest in doing business together, but I've not heard anything more than that. It's just talks. One body after another, paying for all the playing. It did my reckless youth. There you go. Well, Jimmy, it's so different, right? Totally different styles. Exactly, Various. Exactly. All right. One thing we did want to look at was we wanted to compare Thatcher Demko to who was it? Thatcher Demko. Who are the two goalies we wanted to just compare? It was Demko, and I don't remember. Sure, wrote it down. Who do you guys remember? Who do we say we wanted to compare? It was Thatcher Demko and somebody else. But Thatcher Demko, I mean, he's getting $5 million this season right now. Demko is posting a 2.42 goals against, a .919 save percentage, which is pretty good. And that's just this year. Last year, the numbers were a little bit higher. He was a 316 and a .901, 32 games played. The year before, he played 64 games. That's huge. And he posted a 272 and a 915. So he's put up some fantastic numbers. Oh yeah, Hellebuck. Thank you. Demko was. Let's look up Hellebuck here. Come on. Is this not going to give me the stats here? No, why would it want to give me the stats? All right, we'll go back over here. So Demko has some pretty good numbers. I'm just going to bring up the Hellebuck numbers. I mean, both are, absolutely brilliant. Hellebuck next year goes up to 8.5 million. Wow, big hefty price tag. 8.5 million for Hellebuck. That is big time numbers. In 64 games, he had a 2.49 and a 920. He's posting a 2.19 and a 925. So very, very close numbers. Whoops. Come on. Very close numbers. 919 versus 920 and a 2.42 against the 2.19. So very, very similar numbers here. Hellebuck, slightly better numbers, but boy, are those close. So you have two good goalies leading two unbelievable teams right now. And it is going to be an absolute race, right? It's going to be an absolute race. So let's see which goalie is going to take their team to the promised land. Now, lots can certainly happen. Lots can happen. Things can change around. I prefer to be a trained monkey as a coach. Not a lot of love for for Keefe right now. Leanna, how's it going? How did the Canucks get 3 goals in one period? They were just a much better team. Vancouver's looking great. Getting a new coach now. It's midseason. We don't have a whole lot of options. That's right. The choices aren't great. There are a couple decent choices out there, but Toronto, I hate to say it, they will probably wait until the offseason to make a coaching change. As much as we would love to see it happen now, Something would really crazily have to happen. Oh, here, Team McDavid for the All-Star game. McDavid is a captain. Draisaitl is the assistant. Will Arnett is a celebrity captain. Team Matthews and Riley are the coaches with Bieber. Team McKinnon sees McKinnon and McCall, the captain and assistant, with Tate McRae as a celebrity captain. And then Team Hughes, Quinn Hughes and Jack Hughes, co-captains with Michael Bublé, the celebrity captain. And those are kind of your beginnings of the teams. And then they get to draft. They get to draft the rest of their teams. So we got Team Matthews, Team McDavid, Team Hughes, and Team McKinnon. Those will be your teams for the NHL All-Star game. They will then draft to fill out the rest of those teams. Ottawa, Calgary, Edmonton, New York Islanders. Did I miss some? There have been quite a few, that's for sure. Cannot change coach now. Just have to. They usually replace coach. Yes, so it's tough, right? Like, listen, Edmonton did it, and Edmonton turned around their game. I mean, right? They went on, what are they on, that 12-game win streak? I mean, they went on a tear. I don't know if Toronto could pull something like that off. Yes, they have arguably the best goal scorer right now in Austin Matthews. The Edmonton Oilers have a ton of other talent filling out that roster. And I think some of the supporting cast are just way better than the Leafs are. They have more drive, more determination. So I don't know if a coaching change would be enough to turn this team around. But at the same time, I don't want to see them keep falling. Again, Coach Keefe came out and said, hey, I'm going to hold guys accountable for their mistakes. And all he did was bench Keefe or sit David Kempf out for a game. He did sit Bertuzzi and Tavares, but he sat them for the entire third period. And then when they were losing, said, hey, go on the ice and win the game for us. Like, it doesn't work like that. I don't like the way he's coaching. Then this is useless. Yeah, Derek, it's frustrating, right? I can watch the game. Well, Derek, you're more than welcome to hang out and chat with us. But if you think it's useless, get on your horse and see you later. There's lots of other places you can go, my friend. If you want to stay and hang out and have a good time, you are more than welcome. But if you feel it's useless, bye-bye. What mistakes are you talking about, Coach? You want to sit and break down the mistakes? Tavares 0 points in 7 games. That's for sure. You need to make an example. You need to make an example, right, of these players. You need to say, it's like anything. Let's take this outside of hockey, right? Let's take this outside of hockey. If you're a parent, if you're running a business and things are not going the way you want them to, and you need to change things around. You can't dismantle your whole business. You can't dismantle your whole family. You have to identify what the issue is and then look at solutions on how to course correct and move there. Yes, in hockey, things move very, very quick. You're playing, every other day, and you have a limited amount of time you can make a move. But you have to identify what the problem is. I think in our case, we've identified what that problem is. We know defense is an issue. We know leadership is an issue. And I don't want to take away anything from Tavares in the locker room, because none of us are in the locker room. We don't know what's actually happening in that locker room. We don't see anything happening on the ice, on the bench. We don't see him getting fired up. We don't see him getting in the faces of other players to try and shake them up. That's what we need to see. We need to see these guys playing motivated. Right now, we don't see any motivation. When they're winning, they're smiling, they're happy. Yay, we're winning. When they're losing, you don't see guys saying, okay, enough of this garbage, let's go. What you see is a bunch of individuals who start quitting, and then there's like a random 1 or 2 guys that try, but they can't get anywhere because hockey can't do it on their own. So we know what the issues are. Now we have to come up with realistic solutions to solve them. And that's what this team is not doing right now. Would it be stupid to say, okay, let's miss the playoffs this year and MLC fire Shanahan? So, Phil, I don't think it's ever okay to say, hey, let's miss the playoffs. You have Toronto's one of the most expensive tickets in hockey, and you have a fan base who has supported this team blindly and for the most part stupidly at times, paying absurd prices. They continue to raise ticket prices. How is it okay to say, you know what? I know we've charged you up the wazoo, but we're just going to take a step back this year and we're going to regroup next year. If I'm paying the gazillions of dollars for season tickets, I'm not okay with that. You can't just say, we're only halfway through the season. Let's just pack it up now and try again another time. If you want to do that, sure, lower your ticket prices. Say, you know what, season ticket holders, we screwed up. We're going to lower your ticket prices and we're going to reset. And you know that's never, ever, ever going to happen. You talk about firing Shanahan. You talk about regrouping. Now, we talked about this previously. Keith Pelly has been hired to come in as the CEO of Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment. We don't know if Masai and Shanahan will have to answer directly to Keith Pelly or if they are going to still report directly to the board. We're waiting to see what the official announcement is going to be. Keith Pelly did an amazing job with the Toronto Argonauts years ago when he came in as president of that organization. He really shook things up, led them to a Grey Cup, did a great job. He has a great sports mind. He's been in sports for a long time. So if he does have a hand in anything that happens on the sports side, I think it will be good things. But we don't know when that's going to happen or what it's going to be. Hopefully they can come up with something. It's easier to say, Sam, check each shift, see who's not there, who's supposed to be. When you're saying, you mean like physically check? Where did that come? Where did your comment go? Where did it go? White Canadian trash guy. Where's your oh, here. It's easier to say, Sam, check each shift and see who is not where they are supposed to be and why. Yes, but you could eat lunchbox full of goodies for the game. Endgame, what's going on? Captain Tuttle, how's it going? Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Costco hot dog for $1, please, Gerard. Those are the best. But you're right, white trash guy. I mean, if we look at each shift, the guys are missing their assignments. I mean, we could talk for a long time about Willie and Nylander and how after signing that contract, he seems to have really slowed down. He's not shooting the puck the way he used to be. He's looking around. He's slowing up before going in the corners. He's not showing that same drive he did. Why? He played for a contract. He got us. He suckered us. He signed it. He still has a ton of talent. We have to find something else now that motivates him. Playing in a contract year always motivates a player. Always. Now we got to find something else that motivates him. John Tavares. What's his issue? Well, he's slow. He's making bad decisions. He's getting himself in areas of the ice where he can't compete. Hockey IQ can only take you so far. And when your hockey IQ is failing you and you're behind the play and you're not getting in the right spots, it's a problem. All right, let's get back to the game screen. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Period number 2. Can Toronto get back in this hockey game? Let's see. I wish Shanahan would actually talk to the media. Right, that would be interesting. I'd love to hear what he has to say. Very slow on forward. Transition is a big weakness. And you're right. Some of these line changes where guys are just lollygagging it to the bench and guys are waiting to jump on is not good. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Thank you for helping us out. I snuck a hot. Peter, that's funny. No, you didn't. That's funny, though. So, Toronto off the draw. Vancouver going to bring this one into their own end. Vancouver Canucks, long pass up the middle. They're going to bring this one right back in. Bringing it around. Side of the net, trying to play this one through. Here's Hughes going to get this one out. Roenick going to bring this one in. Toronto steals. Comes to Matthew. To Marner. He fakes the shot down on a knee. Back up to the point. Shot by Benoit. And into the glove there of Demko. Nice little passing. Marner should have ripped that shot. I don't know why. Matthews should have ripped that shot. Instead, he kind of passed it over. He tried to make a nice move to get around his man for the give and go. Marner did a good job in identifying. He couldn't feed that pass through. And Benoit, a shot from the point. That is really good. That's what I like to see. Toronto needs to continue to do more of that. Sasha, what's going on? Tell me what it's like to be a Leafs fan. It is sad. I think there's behind the scene personality problems. Wouldn't surprise me. Bench the best players than the worst. Roger, I agree. You got to make an example of those big money guys who aren't performing. Here's McCabe back. He's going to flip this one out. Vancouver in the neutral zone. Nylander could not bring it in. Vancouver steals and they put it back all the way down in the Leafs zone. Leafs looking to pick this one up, setting it up. Going to play this one up, tipped in. Leafs trying to chase it down, and they can't get there first. Ian Cole going to play it around before taking a pretty big bump. Benoit back to scoop this one up. Here we go. Rhino, what's going on? Welcome in. Deads, welcome in. Let's go Canucks. Canucks, they're crushing it right now. Yarncroc trying to put this one in. Vancouver is just picking up this puck everywhere. It's Buck. Welcome in. This coming all the way down the ice. Benoit back to pick it up. Benoit taking a look. Continuing to take a look. Here we go. Giordano going to play this one up to Kempf. Kempf walking in. Here's a shot. And held on to. So at least Toronto now, they're getting some pucks directed towards the net, which is a good thing. Now they just got to start building up that confidence and getting better shots. They've not been good with the lead in the last several games. They've led in most of the last 5 or 6 games. They just have not been able to close it out, except for that Vancouver one. And they got a whole bunch of help in that Vancouver game. Yes, they certainly could. This coming all the way down. Riley with it. Riley going to play this one up the middle. Kempf can't get it. Sosi's going to push this one up. Battling in the neutral zone. Toronto coming away with the puck. McMahon trying to chip this one in. Don't get very far. Toronto needs to get their legs going. They are not skating at all. Vancouver is out skating them like crazy, which is why they are dominating this game. Toronto going to play this one back. There's a nice stick lift from David Kempf. Coming through the middle. Vancouver back to the point. On the left side, cycling around is Hughes. Hughes walking towards the middle. He's going to turn, throw it towards the net, and it's picked up here by Morgan Riley. Riley with his head up, going to carry it to center. Now he dumps it in. It's going to hop on Demko, and Hughes going to pick up the loose puck. Hughes, man, he looks so good on his blades. It's ridiculous. Toronto in their own zone with the puck. Pass for Benoit. He's going to let it go. Picked up by Marner. Marner cross to Matthews. Matthews trying to cut the corner. Backhand on Demko. Demko made the save. And McCabe is going to drive Roenick into the net, and that's going to knock it off its moorings. And we're going to have a whistle. McCabe driving hard to that net. Well, I tell you, this Quinn Hughes, I mean, all the Hughes brothers, they are so good in what they do. Swear my therapist put her hands together when hockey season comes around, I swear. Phil, that's awesome. That is really funny. But Quinn Hughes, boy, he is just incredible. I was so happy they picked him as captain, too. Very well deserving. What a bright future ahead of this young lad. Here's Matthews coming in to take this draw. And again, against JT Miller, Matthews going to win it to McCabe. McCabe going in, Matthews with the deflection. Couldn't get it past the big goaltender there. This coming around. Last time I saw the Leafs like this is when they had problems with Kessel. Jared, how's it going? Welcome in. This coming through. Maybe you need to get the helmet and gloves. Oh, not yet, Triton, not yet. Here comes Holmberg. Homie Holmberg going to carry it up to Matthews. Matthews coming in the left side. Drive, face-off circle. Try to get the shot off. Nice effort there by Myers to block it. Matthews over to Holmberg, and Tyler Myers just absolutely mugs Holmberg. He goes down. Here come the Canucks. They're going to flip it up, trying to split the defense. Race through. Nice effort here. Teddy Bluger. Nice job. Here's playing this back around. Joshua down low in the corner. Benoit trying to dig in here. Giordano can't get it. It's coming to the other side of the ice. Holmberg going to take his man into the boards. Pass up to the middle. Here comes Nylander. Skate Nylander. Here he comes. Left side. Face-off circle. Turning the corner. And a quick stick there by Tyler Myers. Takes it away from Nylander. Wow. Good defensive shift here by Tyler Myers. Incredible. Here comes Riley. Quick pass up the middle. Hits Nylander. Nylander cycling. Going to throw this through. He scores! That's the way. I like it. As Don Cherry says, just throw the puck to the net. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, baby.
Get with it.
There we go. Nylander just throws it in, bar down, top corner. Riley, Nylander, he just throws it towards the net. And Demko on his knees just completely, I don't know if he didn't see it or what, but this just goes under the bar and in. Toronto, one on the board. Big Willie Styles. Hopefully that will get him going. One goal at a time. Wow. Here's another shot on. Riley and Brody picking up those assists. But that's what you got to do. Just put it on. Of course you did, Triton. You know what? Was it a hockey play? Yeah, I mean, he just turned and shot towards the net. Vancouver had three men set up. Both D were in great position. The forward was up on Nylander. I think it was just a bad play by Demko. Demko went down, trying to look around the defender. Now, they didn't show a replay from Demko's perspective, so it was hard to see how much he was screened. But Vancouver, their defenders look to be in good position to defend the zone. It's just a nice shot by Willie. Before the shot, he just carried the puck in. Riley passed it across the ice. Nylander came in, kind of turned around and threw it towards the net. This coming down. Knives going to the corner. Knives, nice little move. Tried to center it across, and that's going to be intercepted by Vancouver. Vancouver, they are on the move. That's right, Curtis. Just one at a time. Every time we talk smack, they score. They're saying, don't count us out yet. We could do it. White trash guy. That's funny. It's a mixed chant. Go Leafs go. Go Canucks go. Kind of blended together. Long pass. Vancouver's going to bring this one right back in. Here's Boeser coming in. Shot blocked by Brody. Brody back up to his feet. Comes to the line. Cross ice pass. Toronto has three men low, two high. David Kempf going to get it to the line. Not out. This one's going to come in, and Jones is going to knock it in the corner. Here's another shot high on Jones. He knocks that one down. Vancouver's shooting high on Jones, which I guess is the strategy. Here's McMahon going to carry it in. That one's going to bounce off. Triton says, let's get the wave going. Let's do it. I'll count it in. 3, 2, 1. Hey, get those hands up. Get those hands up. It does accidents or not as long as they cross the line. Here's Marner coming to the slot with a shot. Nice leg save. Holmberg trying to get this one-handed to the line. Couldn't do it. Vancouver going to flip this one out. Coaster Mom, what's going on? Welcome in. Ian, hello there. Here's Toronto bringing it right back into the line. Going to flip it to Holmberg. Holmberg has it taken away, but Marner, Marner, backhand pass, gives it away. Marner has to stop those blind backhanded passes. Hey, big crash. McCabe down into the boards. Fortnite, what's going on? Welcome in. Here's a long pass up to Matthews. Matthews coming in with it. Matthews over the line. Coming through driving. Here's a shot. Marner to McCabe. He scores! McCabe! McCabe! He gets the team within one. A beauty play by the Leafs. Matthews doing a great job coming in, spots the pass up the middle, and then a final pass over to McCabe. Matthews over to Marner, Marner to McCabe, in a beauty set of passing. That was spectacular. Sebastian, what's going on? Right, exactly. What was said? Who stood up in the room and what did they say? Because I tell you, these aren't pretty, but they are counting. Again, welcome in as you're coming in. Hit that thumbs up. Help us out by hitting that thumbs up and hit that subscribe as well. Riley throwing this down into the corner. All you whiners, we're back. Love it. All we got to do is talk some trash. The Wave gets it done. The Wave has fired up this team. Gotta love Carlton the Bear. Gotta love Carlton the Bear. 3-2. Toronto is back in this one. Unbelievable.
Should we go check it out?
Let's update these shots here. Ooh, Sammy's been slacking on these shots here. Toronto now up to 20 registered shots. They have had a fantastic period so far. Don't have to be pretty, just has to go in. That's right, and they're doing just that. Listen, in the first period, each team had 9 registered shots. They've adjusted it to. Toronto has 11 shots here so far. Vancouver only has 2. Even though Toronto hasn't had a great period, they've held Vancouver to just 2 shots, which is lovely to see. Toronto is up to 5 block shots, still the same. So they're not blocking much. Vancouver just not getting shots on net. That's right, Sebastian. Vancouver is struggling here in this period, at least in the first 8 minutes. Barry, what's going on? Aloha. Welcome in. Cheers, Canucks. Canucks, man, what a team. All you Vancouver fans, they have a solid team, but Toronto has found a way to get 2 quick goals here in Nylander, his 22nd from Riley and Brody. Then Jake McCabe, his 3rd from Marner and Matthews. So they are back in this one. You know, that was a nice goal. That was great set of passing. Bro, not polar bear mascot again. You don't like Carlton the Bear? Not a fan? Oh, I love Carlton the Bear. Looks like the cap is working. That's right. That's right. Since we put the cap on, they've come out and played much better. So what you're saying is it's because of me and my effort with the cap that has got this team back in here. That's what it's all about. And I took the glasses off. So I don't have the glasses on. So small changes puts the magical mist in the air. 12-12 to go. 20-11 are the shots. 3-2. Vancouver has the lead. Carol, what's going on? Come on, Vancouver. By the way, again, I love these retro jerseys the Canucks are wearing, the old skate logo. It's beautiful. Toronto going to play this one up the left side of the ice all the way down. It's going to be an icing call. It's going to come right back to the Toronto side of the ice. Here's a weakness in an earlier game. Nobody's taking advantage of it so far. And what is that weakness, Canadian white trash guy? What is the weakness that you have seen from this Vancouver team? Taylor, how's it going? Come on, Toronto. Go Leafs, go. Absolutely. They are moving. And you know what? They started skating this period. They are skating. Coming around, this one is going to be dropped down the ice, picked up by Riley. Riley's going to play this one up. Here comes Willie again. Willie walking in. Shot and he scores! Willie! Nylander! Big Willie! Toronto is 13-1-3 when Willie scores, and Willie's got 2. Willie has found his mojo. Unbelievable.
Getting jiggy with it.
Everybody get jiggy with it. Big Willie Styles has returned. Again, he comes in and just a simple shot. Sosi in good position. I don't think he deflected this. Oh, he did. Sosi sticks the stick out and it tips off the part of the blade that goes into the shaft. changes direction and up over the leg of Demko. So Toronto has tied it. Vancouver blows a 3-goal lead. Wow. Wow. Love it. Triton says, get that shimmy going. Gotta get that shimmy going. Get those Leaf logos in the chat. Let's see the Go Leafs go. Flood it up. Let's see it. I told you we're winning. Ben says 6-3. We'll see. Did you see that?
Yeah, baby.
It's not you that's bringing it. It's because Coaster Mom. That's right. Coaster Mom is bringing it. Toronto, 2 goals from Nylander, has now tied this up at 3. Again, just shoot that puck. Chris, what's going on? Lose, Vancouver, lose. Here's a long pass all the way down the ice. Nylander's 23rd of the year. Riley picking up the assist. Matthews with the puck. He's going to dance around the corner. Matthews to Marner. Marner sends it in front, looking for a little bank play. This one is going to come out and back around. Liljegren's going to try and keep it in. Now it's going to come out. He's got to back this one up. Toronto regrouping. Setting things around. Let's see. They haven't updated this yet. Keep an eye on that. Coming around, here is, Gerard bringing out the 199 foam finger. Gerard, thank you so much. Get the foam finger out. Let's go, Leafs. Thank you for the super sticker. Go, Leafs, go. We got the foam finger for the 199. There it is. Krista dropping it in the chat, too. Love it. Let's see those foam fingers. Coming around, Domi going to take his man into the corner. Nyes coming around. Battling from it. Domi and Nyes in there. Lafferty digging. Lafferty still pulling. Toronto can't get it. Vancouver comes away, and they're going to flip this one out and down the ice. Brody back to pick it up. Here's Riley going to play this to Kempf. Kempf to Nyes. Nyes back over to Kempf. Kempf circling around behind the net. Turning, shooting. Demko's going to grab and hang on to that one. Wow. Andrew, what's going on? I'm not delusional. Game has 40 minutes left. Either team can win. Just don't give up. That's right. Never surrender. Andrew, I am doing fantastic. Thank you. Hope you are doing well. That fan finger looks like a hot dog, Peter. It's all about food. Welcome in as you're coming in. Make sure to keep hitting that thumbs up. We're at 75. We're pushing towards 100. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe. Help us get to 93.50. Let's do this. Boom. Here comes Lily. Lily with the puck. Under 10 minutes to go now. Going to play this one down and in. Vancouver's going to knock this one out. McCabe battling for the neutral zone. He can't get it. McMahon is going to hit his man. Struggling for it. Toronto knocks this back into the Vancouver side of the ice. Here we go. This is prelude to the playoffs. Here's a shot. That one's going to go wide. Playoffs or first line hasn't even started yet. You know what? It's been back and forth. Toronto finally has started skating in this period. Whoever said something, it has certainly awoken the beast. Marner with this puck. He's going to cycle around. Down to Matthews. Matthews, he's going to try and dance around. Pitched it out to Holmberg, but that one was knocked the corner by Soucy. Soucy's going to take Holmberg down. It's going to come out of the Toronto zone. Now, Nylander has looked a little bit better here. Marner and Matthews are feeling it. Here's a pass coming in. Toronto through the middle. Fumbled there. Oh, Holmberg had it, and he just kind of fumbled it. Marner spinning around. He's looking. Marner still with it, cutting up the middle. Drop between his legs. Back to Giordano. Giordano throws it towards the net. Holmberg can't get a tip on it. Marner with it in the corner, going around behind the net. He's trying to feed this out, and that's stolen here by Joshua. Joshua can move it up the right side. I tell you, Bertuzzi and Tavares still yet to wake up. Holmberg with a big hit very close to behind. Here comes John Tavares. JT walking in. He's going to carry it behind the net. JT, nice pass out. That's deflected wide. Nylander over to Marner. Nylander and Tavares actually collided. Nylander with it. He's looking for 3. Nylander cycling, feeding it to the line. Back to Nylander, fakes the one-timer. Now he sends it in. JT the tip. Bertuzzi in the crease. They score. They wave it off. They wave it off right away. The official says they kick it in, and Roenick goes after Riley. Riley jumping on the back of Roenick. He's got him in a headlock. Pushing him up against the boards. Two linesmen jump in there. Roenick and Riley went right at each other. They were both in the crease. They said Bertuzzi kicked it in. It was waved off immediately. So it was hard to see because Bertuzzi was going down. Bertuzzi's actually leaving. He's going to the tunnel. He got, oh, his mouth is bloodied up. Bertuzzi's mouth is bleeding. He's got blood running down his face. So here's Bertuzzi on his knees. So the left leg of Bertuzzi, he kicks. You know what? This is where it's going to be very interesting. It was definitely a kicking motion. However, from that replay, I don't think it hit his skate. It looks like it was his ankle. As he went to bring his leg out from under him, the puck rolled off his ankle and in. I don't think it hit the skate. Now, I got to look up what the actual rule says about redirecting. I know you can't kick it in with a kicking motion, but if you make a kicking motion and it goes off your ankle, does that count? I'm not sure. I think it specifically says kicking it in with the skate. I think you're allowed to use your body to deflect it in. But I can't see this goal being overturned. It was waved off immediately. It was definitely a kicking motion as he got knocked down in front of the net. Definitely got knocked down, and there should be a penalty coming up here to Vancouver. But as he pulled his leg out from under his body, it looks like his ankle kind of pushed the puck in because he didn't really get it up to his skate. But I want to see another replay. They showed that pretty quickly. I'll see if we can get a replay to look at this at intermission as well, and we can kind of break it down. But that was a very interesting call. He definitely got nailed hard in the crease, and he's cut and he's bleeding. Oh, here's the official. Is he going to talk? The referee is waiting. So Roenick is getting a penalty.
Looks like he was ready to tell us about the call, and now he's going to backtrack. After video review, the call on the ice is confirmed. The puck was put in with the leg. We have no goal.
Okay, so they're saying no goal. It was put in with the leg. So it was the leg, not the skate, but they're saying it was put in by the leg. So no goal. However, they do go to the power play. Just like the Avs game today. I didn't see what happened in the Avs game. Now this is the Leafs team. I want to see some life, some fight. Jerry, it's about time they woke up. Oh, his tooth is out. Bertuzzi's tooth is knocked out of his face. He's bleeding like crazy. He's spitting up blood. Sheldon Keefe is saying this should be 4 minutes. So it's only going to be 2 minutes. 2-minute power play. Looks like Riley in there for roughing as well. So let's see what Toronto can do. That looked real nasty. And this is going to come out and down the ice. If it hits your body, it should count. Should be 4, I agree. But he knocked a tooth out. Yikes. Classic spin. There you go, Prep. Well played. This coming in, Toronto trying to set it up. It's stolen by Vancouver. Canucks going to bring this one out. Bringing it all the way down. Again, Toronto's power play has been somewhat atrocious. So they're looking to turn this one around. Here's Giordano. Giordano going to bring this one in. Going to drop this back to Matthews. Matthews going to play it across. Marner coming into Nylander. Back to Marner. Going to go around behind the net. Matthews can't get there. Now he tries to cut it off. Tavares in the corner. He is trying to get it, and they can't. Vancouver's going to bring this one out. Giordano knocks it down in the neutral zone. A minute gone, and Toronto hasn't even been able to set up in the Vancouver zone. Marner being fancy. He gets knocked down on his butt. Toronto with it, hanging on to it. He's trying to cycle it around. Giordano's going to play it back. Boys, that way. No, wait, that way. Here they come. They're finally going to walk this one in. Marner sending it through to Demko, and he's going to hang on to that one. Yeah, it's only a 5-on-4. 5-on-4 situation. Should have been 4 minutes, but it was not. Riley and Roenick got coincidentals for roughing, and Quinn Hughes got the 2 minutes for the cross-check. So here we go. We got Miller versus Domi. Domi's going to win that back. Comes to the line, and Liljegren couldn't hold it in. This one coming all the way out. Toronto, Liljegren, look out. You forgot the puck. Liljegren goes back to get it. So Toronto has killed off a minute and a half of their own power play. Domi going to bring this one into Holmberg. Holmberg flips it in the corner instead of back to Domi. Now Holmberg to the line. And again, Liljegren was going to the middle of the ice. And Toronto has no communication here. They cannot get anything set up. Matthew Nyes is going to turn and go. The power play needs to be reworked. Terrible pass by Nyes. This coming to the line. Yarncroc can't hold it in. Vancouver shorthanded. They're going to play this one up. And that's going to do it. Power play is over. Power play is over. Just an atrocious 2 minutes here for Toronto. Boeser going to bring this one in. Toe drag, going to shoot it. That one's going to go just wide. Side of the net. They're going to battle for it. And away Toronto comes. Taking a look. Cross ice pass right up the middle. Going to miss everybody. And this is, nope, they're waving icing off. Cole back to pick it up. Here we go. Cole. Long pass. Headman pass. And Vancouver going to roll this one deep into the Toronto zone. McCabe back to pick it up. He's going to take a bump as he played it up. And they swing this across to McMahon. He's going down the right-hand side. McMahon trying to cut the corner. He gets driven by Zadorov into the corner. Gregor in there as well. McMahon on his knees. Going to cycle it over to David Kampf. McMahon back up. He's sticking. Cole going to take McMahon to the boards. Höglander with about 3 cross checks to David Kampf. McMahon back. He's going to bounce this one off the boards. Here comes Benoit to keep it in. Benoit going to swing this one around off the boards. Poor Birdie lost another tooth. It's about time he sacrificed something for this team. And Gregor, he picks it up. Gregor gets some skating room. Going to feed it back to the line. Nylander taking a look. He shoots. That one's deflected up and out of play. Wow. So they're going to go to commercial break as Toronto has got themselves back in this hockey game. They've almost taken the lead. But just to tell you, William Nylander now has snapped a 6-game goal drought and become the 4th fastest player in franchise history to reach the 60-point mark behind Lauren Carr, Daryl Sittler, and Doug Gilmour. So that's pretty awesome. Jake McCabe as well. Let's see, what does it say about McCabe? Nothing. Cut the deficit to 3-2. Trying to earn a multi-goal comeback, winning consecutive games for the 12th time in franchise history and 3rd time in the last 10 years. All right, big deal. So that they've awoken, that's what is the big deal. They've found a way, which is really, really nice to see. Now, welcome in. If you're just joining us, if you're new to the channel, thank you for coming in on a Saturday night. We appreciate you being here. Do me a favor, hit that like button. The likes have kind of slowed down a little bit. We got to get those likes up. We're about 20 likes away. And hit that subscribe if you are not already subscribed to the channel. We'd love to have you around and hanging out with us. We really appreciate the support here tonight on a Saturday night, because Saturday night is the best time for hockey. Now, we will be right back here tomorrow night as well. Tomorrow night is going to be the Leafs and the Kraken. That is going to be a late night start. It will be 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock start tomorrow, so it is going to be an absolute blast. So that will be a whole lot of fun. Okay. So the Leafs finding a way. 3 goals, and I didn't see what that said, but they've gotten themselves back in this hockey game against a very challenging Vancouver team. 16 shots now for Toronto in this period, and we still got time. That's pretty amazing to see Toronto putting up 16 shots in a period. Still only 3 shots for Vancouver. Ram Graphic Designs, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it. Thank you for supporting our channel. Tomcat, what's going on? Great to see you. Coming down, Pettersson going to put this one just wide. Coming around in the corner. Yeah, Quinn Hughes getting a little frustrated here. Cracking our 20-win team. Leafs got it. We'll hope so. They call up Hildeby. They'll probably start Sammy tomorrow, but man, I can't wait. Hildeby's time is coming. Pettersson, side of the net. Jonesy going to cut that angle off. Here comes Tavares. He's going to turn and go. Bertuzzi back on the ice. He's with that puck now. Bertuzzi taking a look. Toe drag. Shot's going to go way wide. Picked up far side by Liljegren. He's going to play it, and that's going to get cut off by Vancouver. Vancouver's going to bring this one just out. Turning it back around. Toronto's going to bring this one in. They're going to put it deep in the corner. Matthews line coming right back on the ice here. Holmberg picks it up, sending it around to Matthews. Matthews, bad pass, can't hit Marner. Marner, though, holds it in at the line as Riley pinched up on it. Holmberg going in. He's going to kick this around far side. Picked up by Liljegren. Back to Marner at the point. Marner sending it in. Vancouver's going to knock this one down. They can't get it out. Toronto holding it in. Back to McCabe. McCabe to Marner. Marner's going to feed this over to Matthews in the corner. Matthews to Marner. He wasn't in a good shooting spot, so he throws this one in. Putting it back to Matthews. Matthews with it. He's going to try and scooch by the player. He does. Gives it to Holmberg. Holmberg with the one-timer. Couldn't get it. Pettersson was trying to squeeze off Matthews. Matthews just danced around him. Benoit pinches up. He took his man, but not the puck. Canucks bring this one out. Going to play this up. Here comes Toronto right back in. Can't get it over to Holmberg. Canucks back out into the neutral zone. 3 minutes to go in this period. It's been all Maple Leafs. What's going on with Wall? Krista, Wall is still working. He's still a little ways away from coming back. They're not going to rush him. Again, a high ankle sprain is a very tough injury for a goalie to come back from. So they want to make sure he's 100%. Toronto picking this one up through the neutral zone down the left side is Yarncroc. He shoots, and a quick glove there by Demko. And after the whistle, Yarncroc is going to take a shot up high as Carson Sosi gets up on Yarncroc as a little drive-by there. But Matthews, as Matthew goes by Pettersson, Matthews gets the elbow up, and Pettersson snaps his head back to try and draw a penalty, and he does not do it. So Yarncroc, comes in, gets a nice shooting opportunity. In Vancouver, on their faces, you can just see it. They're dejected right now. They can't believe they've given this one up. Nylander ties it his 200th career goal as a Maple Leaf. Nylander's 200th career goal as a Maple Leaf. That is pretty nice. Is that actually, I'll have to confirm that stat, but that's the little pop-up on my phone said. Canucks are getting frustrated. They are. Toronto's going to win it. Back to the line. Riley with a shot right on and a nice save. Demko making a good stop there. Vancouver's not doing a good job boxing out like they were earlier on. Toronto is getting their way in front of this net. Very different from what we saw in the Calgary game. Remember, Calgary was just moving Toronto all over the place. Toronto had to fight for that position. I even thought about doing a double feature. Oil Collector, I can't tonight. I definitely would love to do it. We've done it in the past. We've done some double headers. And I did think about doing it, but because we're doing the late game tomorrow night and because I'm still not 100%, I didn't want to push myself too much. But there will definitely be some double headers coming in our future. Yarncroc wins it. Domi off the draw shot, and that one's going to sail high. Vancouver gets it to the line. They're going to run this one out. Here come the Canucks. They're going to dump this one in. Again, 3 straight goals by the Maple Leafs. John, what's going on? Welcome in. Here comes Matty Nyes. He's love to see Nyes get going. He's thrown to the ice. Big hit there. Brody coming up. Zadorov just sends Nyes down. No penalty called. Vancouver, they're going to carry this one up the middle, coming it in. Circling around, 2 men driving towards the net. Vancouver can't complete the pass. Toronto doing a nice job with some zone defense. Cross ice pass. Here they come. Quick shot off the boards. Look out, it's sitting there. Trying to kick it in front. Vancouver gobbles up this puck, playing it to the line. Walking around is Roenick. Roenick with it. Vancouver facilitating a line change. Here's a shot. Tried to tip it. High off the glass. Came out close to the front. Again, Toronto's going to put it into the corner. Lori, good evening. Welcome in. Playing this one across. Brody can't get there. Riley can't get there. Riley's saying it went into the net. The refs don't blow it down. Look out. Nyes with it. He's going to get taken down again. Nyes having a real tough shift. David Kempf is going to get it forced out. Leafs need a change. Yarncrocs going to get to the bench. Very slow change. Coming around, another big hit. Brody takes that bump. This coming to the line. Vancouver over to Hughes. Hughes stopping, changing direction. Nyes trying to cover. Shot deflected. Deflected right on. Into the corner. Nylander gets knocked off it. They're playing it around. They shoot. They score. Vancouver. Terrible defensive effort in their own zone. Toronto can't get it out. Good puck movement. I believe Connor Garland is going to put this one in right at the 1 minute mark.
Last minute of play in this period.
Hughes moving it around. A deflection goes into the corner. A tired group. Nylander can't get it. He gets knocked off the puck. Riley gets caught watching. The puck is deflected up. How did he... Oh, it hit Brody, got knocked down, and Garland followed up over the shoulder. So nice playing here by Vancouver. Great play. Toronto just can't get it. Garland picks up his 8th of the year. And I believe is that his 2nd of the game. This in the corner, 4-3. Vancouver gets that lead back. Here come the Canucks. They are looking for more. It's been a slow period for Vancouver, but they got one here at the end where it counts. If you're Toronto, you hate giving up one so late. Here comes Tavares. Tavares, he's going to just flip this one in. High stick. Come on, ref. And that's blown down. High stick as Pettersson went up to knock that one out of the air, and that's going to get blown down. With 21.9 seconds to go, we're going to get a chance. Zadorov and McCabe having some words. Zadorov sticking his stick in at McCabe as those two really have been going at it. So they are going at it. Both teams woken up. Both teams digging in, playing hard here. Again, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. Welcome to the channel. I bought a Vancouver goal with me. Laurie, that's funny. Matthews going to win that draw back to the line. They can't hold it in. Liljegren was backing up, couldn't hold it in. He's got to go back and play this around. Riley with it. Riley's going to play it. Holmberg is going to deflect that. It's still in. Here comes Vancouver. Quick shot. That's going to be deflected into the corner. Working this one around. Matthews with the puck. He's going to flip this one out and down the ice. And that's going to do it. Horn is going to go. What an unbelievable period. And we got some jousting as Joshua is going at Matthews. Riley coming after Joshua. Riley taking Joshua down. We got Holmberg is on top of somebody there. I can't see whose back is down on the ice. But Holmberg was in there. Riley was in there. Riley's been mixing it up. Matthews and Hughes having a conversation. I think Matthews is saying, hey, when you come to Toronto for the All-Star game, why don't we meet up and go for some lobster? So that's going to be broken up. Nothing more doing here. We'll see if there's any penalties to come out of here. A little bit of a late hit. Matthews got a trip on Joshua. Joshua comes at Matthews, gives him a little jab. All right, let's go to the intermission. All right, let's update these scores here. Toronto finding a way back in it. They certainly made it a hockey game. They certainly came back and made it a hockey game. All right, here are your goal scorers for the second period of play. Nylander, his 22nd from Riley and Brody. McCabe, his 3rd from Marner and Matthews. Nylander, his 23rd from Riley. And then Garland, his 8th from Bluger. A lot of penalties in this period. Roenick and Riley each for roughing Quinn Hughes for the cross-check against Bertuzzi. Total shots, 27 for Toronto, 16 for Vancouver. Face-offs, Toronto still sitting at 62.5%. Toronto 0 for 2 on the power play. Vancouver has not yet had a power play. keep that in mind in the third period. Toronto is due to take a penalty. 26 hits for Vancouver, 22 for Toronto. Vancouver with 12 blocks. Toronto up to 7 now. 4 giveaways, 2 takeaways for Toronto, 2 and 5 for Vancouver. Those are your stats of the game. Taking a look around the horn, what's going on? 5-3 now. The Bruins come back and take the lead over the Montreal Canadiens. Dallas up 2-0 over the New Jersey Devils. And St. Louis 1-0 over the Washington Capitals. That's your out of town scores. Let's see, is there any big news going around? We announced during this period, they again talked about your captains and your teams for the All-Star game. In case you missed it, Team Matthews is going to see the captain Austin Matthews with the assistant captain Morgan Riley. The celebrity captain on that team, or the celebrity on that team, is going to be Justin Bieber. For Team McDavid, Connor McDavid is going to be the captain with Leon Draisaitl, the assistant. Will Arnett is going to be the celebrity. For Team McKinnon obviously the captain, Cal McCarr, the assistant, and Tate McRae is going to be the celebrity. And for Team Hughes, Quinn and Jack, the co-captains, Michael Bublé, the celebrity. Now, pardon my ignorance, who on earth is Tate McRae? Am I just completely out of it? Or is this actually somebody I should know? She is a Canadian singer, songwriter, and dancer. All right. Sorry, Tate. I really am not sure who you are. But she must be somebody if they've put her as the celebrity. Let's see, any other stats going around that we need to be aware of? Cole Caulfield opened the scoring to extend his goal streak to 5 games. 6th Canadiens player in the past 2 decades to record a run of that length. Max Domi, Max Pacioretty, Thomas Plekanec, and Andre Kostitsyn, and Michael Ryder also did that. Cole Caulfield became the 5th Canadiens player in the past 50 years to record a 5-game goal streak at the age of 23 or younger. Let's see, Charlie McAvoy assisted on Danton Heinen's go-ahead goal, his 30th point of the year. McAvoy's 630-point seasons are the 7th most by a Bruins defenseman. Ray Bourque, of course, has the most with 21. Mike Matheson has his 5th power play goal this season to tie Evan Bouchard and Roman Josi, most by a defenseman this year. Let's see here. Nikolai Ehlers, who has returned to Winnipeg, scored his 4th career overtime goal, tying Andrew Ladd and Vyacheslav Kozlov for 8th place on the Jets Thrashers all-time list. Jets allowed 2 goals against or fewer for a 14th consecutive game, dating to December 20th, which is pretty cool. Connor Hellebuyck, 34 saves, allowed 2 or fewer goals against in 10 consecutive games for the 2nd time this season. Wow. He became the 9th different goaltender in NHL history to post multiple double-digit streaks with 2 or fewer goals against in a single season. That's pretty sweet. And the Jets have allowed 3 or fewer goals against in 34 consecutive games. Wow, that's crazy. Let's see what's going on in this game here. Pavelski scored his 468 career goal and tied Pat LaFontaine for the 5th most by a U.S.-born player, behind Madonna, Tkachuk, and Roenick. Robert Thomas is 3 assists away from 200 for the Blues, which is pretty cool. Any other news? Let's see. Tampa Bay Buffalo Sabres. Tyler Mott scored Tampa's 49th first period goal of the season, surpassing Ottawa for 3rd most in the NHL. Vancouver and Edmonton are number 1 and 2 in doing that. Nathan MacKinnon recorded his 6th 50-assist season. Only 5 other active skaters have as many. Crosby, Backstrom, Kane, McDavid, and Malkin have all done it as well. So that's cool. Some interesting stats from around the league. Let's see what you guys are saying. Morgan, what's going on? What's up? Out of the 10 Leafs, on 3 on defense, 2. What? Out of 10, the Leafs are a 3 on offense, and a 2 on defense. I see what you're saying. It is not in a 1 on the power play. Yeah, their power play has been absolutely atrocious. Not good at all. Prep with the $5 super chance. Any chance I can entice or bribe you to cover the third period, the PWH game after? Yeah, we can take a look. We can take a look-see and see what's happening when that comes around. We can certainly do as such, see what's going on. But thank you, Prep. Appreciate the super chat. Prep hype for sure. Often wonder what happens to the caps that get thrown into the rink when a player gets a hat trick. Usually they just get tossed, I think. Sometimes a player, if there's one or two that they like, they'll take them. But yeah, I think most of the time they just get tossed out. Dan, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Oh yeah, we wanted to look at this Bertuzzi goal. So let me bring this in here real quick, and we'll break it down so you guys can see exactly what kind of went down here. So give me a moment while we get this organized here, if it will allow me to do as much. There we go. Let's just make this a little bit smaller. All right. Can I pause it? Okay. All right, so let me bring this up and we'll kind of take a look and we'll break down exactly what happened here. So here we are in front of the net, right? Here's Bertuzzi, and actually it's a nice pause because here you can see Bertuzzi getting a cross check from behind. He's going to fall. Let's advance this ahead a little bit. Oh, Richard coming in, gifting 5 memberships. Richard, thank you so much for the 5 memberships. Lori, Linda, Andrew, Gerard, Giles of Ontario, congratulations. You all have been gifted membership. And Richard, thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. So we'll see in this play. Here's Demko. Right, here's Demko. Here's Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi was just cross-checked. Here's his leg kind of bent underneath him. And as he moves forward, you can see the puck right now is under his leg. The puck is right here. And he's going to sweep this leg forwards right here. And it's going to run off his leg. Here's the puck. It's going to run off his leg. But what I just noticed is here's the stick of 17. Here's a stick of Roenick coming in, reaching. I don't know if the stick might have actually pushed that one in. So if we let this go a little bit here, here's the puck under Bertuzzi. He's going to swipe his leg. Here comes Roenick's stick. And there's not a better angle here. Now Bertuzzi swiping it with a kicking motion. That's going to move it in, but I don't know if Roenick might have actually got a piece and touched it right here at the goal line. So this is a very interesting play. I know they were looking at the kicking motion. I don't know if they looked to see, because if Bertuzzi was to kick it in, and if Roenick's stick here makes contact and puts it in, then it should have been a good goal. And then, of course, after the fact. So very interesting kind of play here. Was close, but of course, close doesn't really count. That's what happened in front of the net for the Bertuzzi goal. I want to see if I can find a better angle of it here that I can potentially show you. Okay, here's the ref. Okay, so that one doesn't show the goal. That's just the wave off. That's it now. So there's not a better angle of it here. Let's take a look. Let's break down Willie's goal. Let's break down Willie's goal here. Right, here's Willie. Willie is coming in. This is his goal number 2. He steps over the line, right? You can see here he's got his head up. Let's actually back that up a little bit. You can see he's kind of looking across here. He was looking at potentially making the pass. Samuel, I will talk after the weekend on Facebook. All right, Rick, sounds good. Sounds good, for sure. If he was pushed into that position, how's it his fault? Richard, it's not his fault for being pushed, but he can't use the leg to kick it in. But here's Nylander. He walks in. He looks. He's going to take a simple shot here, right? Before he was looking across at a pass. He's got the leg up. And this is typical Willie. Got the leg up for a quick snipe, a quick snapshot. He leans on a stick. He doesn't get a lot on it. He's kind of falling. He takes that shot. And you can see the puck is kind of rolling. And originally, when Willie lets go of this puck, it's low. This player coming in got a deflection on it. He actually touched the puck, and it changed directions. The puck should have went and caught the pad here. Instead, it hits the stick, and it goes up and just through Demko. So if Willie had a clean shot, this would have been the save. Because it hit Saucy here, it hit right here, this part of his stick, and it was deflected up and kind of in the net. And that's how Willie got his second of the game. So pretty cool to take a look at those goals and how they went in. So those are what we wanted to look at. Again, interesting discussion on that call, the no-goal call. From that one angle, again, if the Vancouver player did touch it with the stick, then it should have counted. Good play-by-play there. So thank you, Rick. Appreciate it. It's nice that we're able to kind of look at some of these and talk through some of these plays, right? The ones that they happen so fast, and it's nice to be able to sit and kind of break them down. This Leaf team definitely had a big blast of energy coming in the second period. Let's see if they can do it again in the third. Wonder if Willie's going to try to hit the stick. You know what, Leo? It's funny, with these players, if you watch them in warm-up or you watch them shooting around, man, these guys have dead-on accuracy. You'll see it in the All-Star game in a couple of weeks when they do the shooting skills competition. Most of these guys are going to hit all 4 targets. It's not like back in the day where, they only 1 or 2 guys would go 4 for 4. Most of these guys will go 4 for 4, 4 for 5. It's just a matter of time. Their accuracy is so ridiculous. But for Nylander to say, I see where this guy's going, I'm going to intentionally shoot it and bank it off a stick, probably not realistic, not probable. At the pace of play and the way these things move, I don't know if somebody could think, like, he was so close. It would be one thing if somebody was in front of the net and they said, hey, I want to bank it off this guy's leg, or I'm going to go for a wraparound and bank it off the back of the goalie. But to take a shot from so far out and say, I'm going to nip it off the tip of his stick to deflect it and put it in, I mean, that would be gutsy. I don't know if anybody would think that deeply to do that and take the shot. Keevely, what's going on? Let's go Canucks. Canucks pull into the lead. They are looking good. They didn't have a great period. Toronto, I think, outplayed them for the most part in that period. 18 shots for the Maple Leafs, only 6 for Vancouver. It was pretty wild. He is Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi is something else. I'm aiming for goalies' pads for rebound is every day now. That's true, Leo. When you go in and you take a shot looking for the rebound, that happens often. Guys taking the shot off the pad or even off the boards, right? How many guys shoot it to bank it off the boards to kind of come out in front of the net, trying to scoop that up? We do see that a lot. But to shoot from that far out when a guy is, a foot, 2 feet in front of you, trying to bank it off or deflect it off that stick, that is probably, not the case. But man, it looks good. Sometimes you can't pass, so you bank it off the pads. Those bank plays have certainly becoming more and more the norm, right? It's something that people now practice, right? You try to understand how the rinks work, where you can play the puck, where you get the right bounces, because that is now part of everyday strategy. Crichton, what's going on? Welcome in. Is there a Bertuzzi song? The Bertuzzi song should be Na 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 Na. Hey, hey, goodbye. I do you think Bertuzzi's playing better now? No, Peter, I don't. Bertuzzi, for what he's doing, he's playing a role, but he's not playing it well. listen, granted, he's +2 tonight is because of Nylander. He's been on the ice 9 minutes, 22 seconds. I don't like what he's bringing to the table. Listen, at least he's getting involved today. He's battling down low. He's had a couple of chances, but I'm not a fan. At $5 million, I expect more. I expect more from you. Listen, Domi is making what 3.5, and he's putting up almost the same type of numbers as Bertuzzi. Now he's only played 9 minutes today versus the 922, and Domi is a -1. Their line was on the ice for a goal, where Bertuzzi's line scored 2. But look who Domi is playing with game in and game out, right? He's playing the third line. He's playing with Yarncroc and Nyes today, where Bertuzzi's playing with Nylander and Tavares. So my expectation of Bertuzzi is much higher than it is for Domi, and I just don't like what I'm seeing from him. But good game for Domi. Listen, Domi, even though he was on the ice -1, Domi's got 5 hits today. 5 hits for Domi. Plus, he's perfect in the faceoff circle. Might only be 1 draw, but he won it. Marner's had a decent game today. He's been playing okay. He's only had 2 shots. He did pick up an assist. Gregor hasn't had much of an impact today at all. Yarncroc has not had a good game. He's been getting in there, but I don't think he's had a good game. Nyes has really struggled here today. I think Nyes has struggled. Holmberg has struggled. He doesn't have a shot on net. He's missed some passes, but he does have 4 hits. He's playing that physical presence on the top line. Matthews has looked okay today. He's picked up a point. He is a +1 today. He has 2 hits and 3 shots. Bertuzzi has been, he's been okay. David Kempf has been okay. He's struggled a little bit. McMahon, I think, has struggled. That fourth line has really struggled. They haven't done much. Tavares, same thing. Tavares is a +2 today because of Willie, but I think Tavares has struggled. He only has 1 shot. He's only 55% in the faceoff circle. On the defensive end, again, I like what I'm seeing from Benoit. He's a -1 today, but he's been playing well. Jake McCabe has been playing well. Liljegren, I think, has had a tough game tonight. Riley has been a superstar again. But let's see how this game is going to play out. Third period starting now. Let's go. Here we go. Monty, how's it going? Welcome in. Thanks so much for hitting that subscribe. Much appreciated. Third period is on the way. Eddie, what's going on? Coming in front. Puck went up and out of play. Who is your favorite player of all time? Eddie, that's easy. For me, it's Gretzky. Gretzky is hands down my favorite player of all time. Always has been, always will be. Even though I get mad at him for that high stick on Gilmore, Gretzky, still the one. Did anyone find the tooth? That's a good question, Dallas. Hopefully they have. Or the Zamboni has scraped it up. Here comes Toronto. It's a 4-3 game. 27 shots for the Maple Leafs. Let's update that. 15 for Vancouver. So we'll update our shots. They always make the adjustments over intermission. Matthews back with it. Here we go. Mark, what's going on? Welcome in. Willie's got 2. Hoaglander's got 2. Garland has 2. McCabe has 1. So we got a potential of seeing a hat trick or 2 today. Brandy, what's going on? What is the best late game tonight? The best late game tonight is probably going to be Edmonton and Calgary. That is going to be an incredible matchup. Nylander is going to bring this one back. Toronto getting things set up. They're going to work this one out. Long pass up for Bertuzzi. That's going to be intercepted. Toronto needs to stop with these cross-ice, blue line to blue line passes. So bitter, so bitter. Here's Liljegren going to pass this one up. Toronto can't get into the Vancouver zone. They're going to swipe this all the way back. Liljegren, he's going to go in there. Liljegren is struggling today. Hoaglander, he's going to pass this one to the line. Vancouver setting it up. Cross ice to Zadorov. He's going to walk around Yarncroc. Yarncroc sweeping the stick. Jonesy making the save. Vancouver getting it to the line again. They're going to keep this one in. Toronto needs to watch. Vancouver has been skating well. Going to bring this one through. Big check there at the line. Domi's going to go down. Zadorov dropped him. Nye's going to play this one back. Domi's going to pick it up, bring this one in. Going to play this one down low. Yarncroc, he's going in the corner. Vancouver's going to cycle it away. Domi coming in with a hit. Watch those elbows. I almost called him tie. Toronto ties it up 1-1 with Montreal 3 minutes into the second. That's sweet. Here comes Vancouver walking in with a blast, and they put it just wide. Wow. The Habs and Bruins are battling hard. That looks like a good game, Brandy. Big shot coming through. Jonesy almost wasn't even ready for it. Vancouver just throwing it towards the net, and they just missed. Vancouver has been dominating the first couple minutes here in this third period. Toronto needs to get back in it. Here they come. Kuzmenko tried to make a nifty little move there. And there it is. Brody's going to take his man down. I called it. I told you at the intermission. Toronto had not taken a penalty. Brody's going to dump Kuzmenko behind the Leaf net. And TJ Brody is now going to head off. So Vancouver is going to get a chance on the power play.
In the next game, in the third period, and that was an excellent play. There was a couple of chances there, that deflection, and then
Kuzmenko coming close.
cut the play alive.
Brody just got his stick in on the skates. Sam is in cahoots. Yeah, I got an earpiece with the officials. Okay, call it now. 3 subscribers away from 9350. Here's a shot off the draw. That one gets blocked. Marner took a moment to get himself back up. Here we go. It's a Canadian hockey night. Absolutely it is. Here comes Vancouver. They're going to play this off the boards. Working it down. Stolen breakaway. Toronto shorthanded. Skate. Marner skate. Marner scores. Mitchie.
Holy Vandalus!
Mitchell Marner shorthanded. Marner's mom coming out to floss it up. A short-handed breakaway for number 16, and he puts it in to get Samuel B some Tim Horton points. Beauty. Mitchie ties it up. That is a big-time goal. Head up, makes the little stick hand, and a nice shot over the glove. Mitchell Marner, Toronto's 5th shorthanded goal of the year. Boom, shakalaka. Mitchell. Where is that?
Yeah!
You got the touch.
Nice little move. Vancouver walking in the high slot. They put it up and over the net. Jonesy get back. Vancouver still on the power play. Bringing this one back around. And I think that's going to be Marner's 2nd point.
All right.
This coming around. Hughes, fan on the shot, side of the net. 1 minute gone, 1 minute remaining on the power play. Coming back around, going to play this through. Cross ice with a one-timer blast. That one's going to sail wide. Unbelievable. Morgan Riley recorded 2 assists and has 8 career points in Hockey Day in Canada games, which marks the 3rd most by a defenseman in NHL history. This coming down in the corner. Battling here through it. Now, I believe Marner reached a milestone with that. We'll have to double check. Here's a shot in front. Jonesy going to grab and hang on to that. So that will put Marner up to 50 points. 50 points now for Marner. And that will be the 8th time in his career. Only 4 other players in Maple Leaf histories have recorded as many 50-point seasons. Dave Keon did it 12 times. Sundin 12 times. Sittler 9. And Matthews 8. So that is pretty impressive. Mitch Marner, 50 points. Vancouver going to win this. There's 15 seconds left to go. Back to the line. Vancouver, cross ice, a blast. That one gets knocked down. Toronto's going to pick it up off the boards and down. Victoria, how's it going? The caller for the Leafs. Where did that go? I'm sure. Here we go again. Walking in, another shot, another block by Toronto. 98 miles an hour off the shin pads. Holander, he's got 2 today, looking for a 3rd. We're back at even strength. Giordano tied up and having words there with Holander. Tavares walking in a shot. That goes off the blocker into the corner. It's a whole new game now. We reset. Tied at 4s. Benoit back to pick it up. If you're just coming in, thanks for being here. Thanks for hitting that like. Way to go. Over 100 likes now. But we are looking for 3 new subscribers to put us up over 93.50. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe. Jose, how's it going? Go Leafs, go. Here's Brody going to flip this one down into the corner. Knives going in on the forecheck. They do lead. They absolutely need to. This coming in. They're going to play it around the boards. Toronto trying to get it. Knives crashing and banging, but it falls right to the feet of Joshua. Cycling around. He's going to circle it in. Canucks control. Knives going to the corner. Can't catch up to it. Vancouver coming out in front with a shot. Oh, boy. Brock Boeser all over that puck. Oh, there's a big cross check. Domi taking his man down. Boeser goes down. Another penalty coming up here to Toronto. It's going to be Domi for cross checking. Fred, what's up? It certainly is. It certainly is. Domi walking in a cross check on Boeser. You can't do that, Max. You got to go in with the shoulder. So a bad play by Domi, and that's going to put Vancouver back on the power play. But right now, Toronto's shorthanded game has been much better than their power play. So let's see if they can do it again. Toronto looking to build it up. Deads, what's going on? Let's go Canucks. Now, I know we got a lot of Canuck fans in here, a lot of Leaf fans. Let us know who you're cheering for. Take over this chat. If you're a Canucks fans, let's see go Canucks go. If you're a Leaf fans, let's see go Leafs go. Who's going to dominate this chat? Who is going to take this one over? Let's see. Leafs fans, Vancouver fans, cheer for your teams. Hayden coming in with the go Canucks go. I didn't see that one coming. Dallas is apparently watching a different game. There it is. Dead's coming in for the Canucks. Morgan, Darryl, Crichton, the Leaf fans. John coming in for the Canucks. Prep coming in for the Leafs. More Leaf fans. Stranger going for the Canucks. Oh, keep 6. What's up going for the Sharks? Here we go. We got the Leaf fans. It's a big battle here. A lot of Leafs, a lot of Vancouver. Going back and forth. Every team cross-checks us 50 times. Exactly. Let's go, Red Wings. Triton's dropping the Panther logo in. Leafs Vancouver's. Wow. Do you have a least favorite player? When you just can't stand? Not real. Right now it's Bertuzzi. I don't have of all time, but right now it's Bertuzzi's. Wow. So it's pretty close. I think the Leaf fans have taken it. Lisa Marie coming in. I think the Leaf fans have taken this one. A lot of Vancouver fans here, but the Leaf fans just a little more. So Marner back on the ice here. Let's see what happens. 13:41 to go. Vancouver gets their second power play. It's a scramble draw, but the Canucks come away with the puck. Hughes putting this over to Miller. Miller to Hughes. High slot. Marner tried to stip it away. Hughes did a good job with the stick. Cross ice pass. Toronto intercepts and gets us out and down the ice. They're going to make some changes. Jeff, what's going on? Marchand for sure. Yeah, Marchand, he's pretty annoying. AANU, what's up? Go Leafs, go. James, how's it going? 40 years cannot go. It's been tough. Yes, it has, but they're best team in the NHL right now. But the Leafs have it tied with them at 4. 1:20 to go in the power play. Back to the line. Vancouver setting it up. They got 3 high, 1 in the middle, 1 down low. Side of the net. Vancouver back to the line. Cross for Hughes. Bottom of the faceoff circle. He shoots. He scores. What's going on, William? Sean, how's it going in the Canucks? Bury this one. Out of this goes some nice passing. Hughes, he walked right up to the bottom of the faceoff dot. He went far side. I think this went, did it go off of Giordano? It hit something in front of the net. No, it went off the Vancouver skate. JT Miller redirecting it in off his skate, but because he didn't make a kicking motion, see, this is where I don't like that rule. He set up his skate, to redirect it in. He intentionally deflected it in off his skate. However, he did not make a kicking motion. So where Bertuzzi earlier in the game had a kicking motion, even though it went off his leg, that was called back. Miller, no kicking motion, but angled his skate to deflect that one in, and Vancouver gets the goal. Calgary did less of a kicking motion, the rest need tweaking. Yeah, it's crazy. And here they come again, Vancouver knocking it off their stick. So 5-4, Vancouver takes the lead. Still 12:26 to go. Rules with the gray area are the worst. I know. You shouldn't be allowed to angle your skate to deflect. To me, that's just as bad as a kicking motion. Here comes Toronto driving the net. They can't get that shot. Elizabeth, how's it going? Way to go, Canucks. Canucks take that lead right back there, battling. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Much appreciated. 2 subscribers away now from hitting 9350. Here comes Tavares walking in. He takes the shot. Demko makes the save. Back in front. Vancouver's going to pick this one up. Here we go. Brody. He's going to turn and play this one up. Bertuzzi. He's going to turn it over. Riley battling for it. Gets it back to Bertuzzi just so Bertuzzi can turn it over again. Down in the side of the net. They're struggling. Finally, it's picked up by Toronto. Pass gets knocked down and intercepted. Back to bring this one around. 11 and a half to go. 11 and a half minutes to go. This period has been back and forth. The Go Leafs, Go Canucks chants are flying. 4 shots apiece for each team in this period. Vancouver with a couple of power play opportunities. Coming to the line, Hughes going to play this one in. They are circling around. Can we get at least 2 or less right? Side of the net looking to shovel it in. Vancouver setting it up. Toronto running around again. Hughes down low. Hughes cycling the net. The ref's arm is up. Another delayed penalty coming up to Toronto. Unbelievable. 3 straight penalties to Toronto. Here's a shot coming in. That one's going to get knocked down. Nye's going to the corner. He can't touch it. Hughes going to kick it to the line and out. Hughes still with it. He's going to turn this one over. Another power play coming up for Vancouver. Unbelievable. Little drop pass here. Vancouver trying to set it up. They're now going to walk in. Toronto cannot get this puck away from Miller. Big hit finally. Toronto touches it up. As Benoit goes in and throws a big hit here. Another cross-checking penalty. Are you kidding me? I cannot believe. Kuzmenko again, wheeling and dealing around. So where's the cross-check? Giordano cross-check in front of the net. So it's a penalty, it's a cross-check, but come on, ref. You see that same cross-check made 55, 60 times a game, and you don't call it. The Leafs have been cross-checked like that in the corners in front of the net, and they didn't call it a single time this whole game. Now they call a 3rd straight on Toronto. Horrible officiating. Horrible. They better, when next time Vancouver cross-checks a Toronto player in about 2 minutes' time, they better call that same penalty. That is ridiculous. After the cross-checks that have been dolled out all game and not called, you call this one now. Brody in the corner with McCabe. Puck is there. David Kemp's going to play it right back in the corner. Comes to McCabe. McCabe, he's kind of battling behind the net. This is going to be wrapped around. Vancouver's going to hold this one in. Trying to set it up. Hughes going to walk in off the line. He's going to bounce it back. Taking a look over to Miller. Miller coming in. They go down deep. Brody tips that one just away. Comes out in front. They pick it up and send this all the way down the ice. Wow. The buddy system is ruining the NHL. It's not good. It's not a good look. Gordon, what's going on? They're going to play this one back. We are under 10 minutes to go. Down in the corner, Jones comes out to play it. Vancouver takes it away. They send it back to the line of Hughes. Hughes setting it up. Back over to Miller. Cross ice, and they score! Vancouver puts in another one. Another power play goal, and it's Elias Pettersson just coming through. Another terrible, terrible call by the official leads to a power play goal, and it's 6-4. Hughes to Pettersson. Pettersson wide open on the far side. Nobody even anywhere near Pettersson as he goes around behind the net, completely comes in front all alone. Nobody, no Leaf player anywhere near the front of the net. Pettersson is able to walk in untouched and tip that one in. That was ugly. So Toronto now down by 2 with 9 minutes to go. Miller and Hughes picking up those assists. Let's see how this one goes. Coming in, Toronto's going to play this out of their own zone. Trying to get up here. Yarncroc gets it up to Matthews. Matthews is going to dump this one back off. Yarncroc to Matthews. Holmberg. Holmberg going to play it in front. Back to Matthews again. Matthews around. Dishes it back to the line. Here's a blast in front. It's deflected high into the boards. And there's a high stick right in front of the official. Yes, the official calls that one. Thank you. Holmberg pretty much took a swat in the face by a high stick. So Toronto's going to get a power play here. They need to score. They need to score. When they come back from commercial break, Toronto going to get a power play opportunity. They need a goal here. Now, their power play, unfortunately, has been atrocious in this game. They were back in this one. And yes, they had some bad luck, some calls that didn't go their way. But they need to turn this around now and make it happen. So we'll see what they can do here on the power play. Again, thanks for hanging out tonight. What a great game this has been. If you are just coming in, if you're hanging out with us, hit that thumbs up or hit that subscribe. We're looking for 2 subscribers to get us up to 9350. So if you're not subscribed, kindly hit that subscribe. We will be right back here tomorrow at 9 p.m. for the Maple Leafs in the Seattle Kraken. That's going to be a late one, but a fun one. And then there's 2 games Wednesday and Saturday. It is Toronto and Winnipeg. We will be here on Wednesday, but next Saturday we have a bit of a conflict, and there might be something fun, which we're going to be streaming. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be a late night decision, but you'll have to wait and see. All right, we got the wave coming in. Let's keep it going. I'm late getting my hands up. Count it in. 3, 2, 1. Get those hands up. Get them flying high. Hey. We are moving. It's time for Matthews, Nylander, somebody to get up here. The big guns scoring for Vancouver. Now it's Toronto's turn. Let's turn this power play around. So Roenick taking out Holmberg. Holmberg is down. No blood. So it's only 2 minutes. Only 2 minutes. They need a goal here, and then they got time to tie it up. 8:40 left in this third period. Toronto out shooting them 31-20. Excuse me. Of course, stick around after the game because we're going to debut our brand new post-game show. Toronto wins the draw. They're setting it up. Nylander going down deep. Side of the net. Taking a look. Back up to Willie. To Riley. Looking. Going to go down to Matthews. Bottom of the face-off circle. Slides it through for Tavares. Couldn't get it. Coming around to Marner. He's fishing it. Tavares is screaming he's being held onto. In Vancouver. Plays this one all the way down. Here's Riley. Not good playing again by the power play team. What are you doing? Coming all the way back in their own zone. Here's Marner. Marner going to carry it up. Dangerous pass to Matthews. Matthews walking in. Dishes it off. Sharp shot. You know, Toronto is just shooting square at the goaltender. They're not getting the goaltender to move. They're not getting the goaltenders to move. Tavares setting it up, walking in, taking a square shot. What Vancouver did is they passed it around. They had 2 cross-crease deflections. Toronto right now is just taking square shots. Yes, they did beat Demko on a couple of those shots, but they got lucky. Tavares coming in against Bluger. 1:14 to go. Marner and Nylander, quick conversation. They're going to go back to their wings. Toronto still in the lead, 62% in the faceoff circle. Tavares, stick down, wins that draw. Back to the line, Riley, sending it into Nylander. Nylander getting taken into the boards. Vancouver being very aggressive on the puck carriers here. And Vancouver going to come away with the puck. And Toronto's going to give them some room. Vancouver clears this all the way down right on Jones. 1 minute gone, and Toronto has not been able to get anything going. Riley going to play this one up. Nylander can't control it, and he's going to get taken into the boards by Zadorov. And again, Vancouver gets it to the line, not out. They hold it in a bad pass, and it's a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Tavares, the one-man back. They shoot, and off the goalpost, Pettersson. That was the worst defensive effort I've seen, and it was Tavares. Here comes Tavares walking in. He's going to turn and send it into Nylander. In front, Marner. He's going to play it into the corner. They're going to chip it through. Tavares with it, going to cycle back to Marner. Marner with it. He's going to go back to the line. Held in by Liljegren. Liljegren to Matthews. Matthews in the high slot, and a terrible pass. Toronto's passing is atrocious. Liljegren to Matthews. Matthews, face-off dot. Saucer it. Back to Marner. He shoots in front. They're deflecting it. A shot there by Tavares. And we got some rough stuff in front. McCabe is in there. They're shoving him. They shove Tavares away. Just terrible. Landon, what's going on? Welcome in. So good effort here by the Vancouver Canucks. Toronto is just struggling to get anything going here on the power play. Some terrible passing. They're not getting things set up. They're not making the goaltender move. They got 4 seconds left to go on the power play. And also that number 1 unit playing the full 2 minutes is a waste. So the B unit comes on here. They're going to get 4 seconds of power play time. Domi's going to win that draw. It's actually flipped up and at a play. So Domi wins the draw right into the Leaf bench. Wayne, what's going on? Welcome in. Wintering and chilly. Still need my hockey fix. Well, Wayne, you're very welcome. Thanks for coming in. Toronto's going to win this draw. They bring it back to the line. They're going to dump it in. 6:40 to go now. 6:40. Only 2 shots, and they were not good. Domi going to send it back to the line. He almost got checked from behind. The player coming out of the box. Vancouver going to move this one in. They're going to flip it. Liljegren almost has his bucket pulled off his head by JT Miller as he skated by. Domi going to bring this one around. He's going to pass it up to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi put on the brakes immediately. Miller getting up on him. Yarncroc coming in. Bertuzzi's pinning it along the boards. You got to move it. Yarncroc gets hauled off his feet. And the Leafs come away with the puck. Here's Benoit. He's going to dump this one in. Stopped by Demko. Bertuzzi is going at it. Yarncroc is in here. Bertuzzi's got a hold. Who is that? DeSmith, Bertuzzi, and Yarncroc are all going at each other. Giordano's going to come over and hold Joshua. Yarncroc is hot. He is really going at him. Suter was going at him. Suter and Yarncroc were really going at it. They were hot. Jennifer, what's going on? So we got some 4-on-4 hockey as Yarncroc and Suter really going at each other, and Bertuzzi came in there as well. Got to be careful not to take a stupid penalty. Players not playing up to par. Money talks. Gordon, you're right. They are not playing up to par at all. Listen, they got back in this hockey game, and they took they had some calls that go against them, and the referees giving Vancouver 3 straight power plays here in the third period, which Vancouver scored twice. Toronto has had 4 power plays and did not score a single power play goal. Now, Yarncroc isn't bad for a Euro. I would like to teach him. He's not bad. He's got some skills. He's got some skills, but it's just not the right time for that. Anyways, thanks everybody for hanging around here as we're closing it down. We got under 6 minutes to go. Thanks for being a great group tonight. We appreciate it so much. If you are just coming in and hanging out with us for the closing of tonight's game, You know what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you're looking to support some SamWellB12 merch, we got our merch store connected right to our YouTube channel. You can click on the store link from our main page, check out the merch, and don't forget, check out our website, samwellb12experience.com. So this is going to be a tough one. It's tough because Toronto's going to hop to Seattle right after this. And you know that's going to be a long travel because they are going to have some words. They were in this game, but they just let it fall apart by some not great defense, a terrible, terrible power play, and just some bad decision making really is what cost them today. Short-handed, they did not have a good penalty kill. They gave up 2 power play goals on almost the exact same play. So they got to figure out a way of just doing better. Here we go. Face off at center ice. Vancouver is going to win that draw. They're going to play it all the way down into the Leaf end. Jonesy's going to play this one around. Toronto coming out. They're going to move this in front. They have the puck. Here we go. Matthews. He's going to work it up. Going to flip it over to Marner. Marner tried to go back over to Matthews. Matthews a little stick lift. Nice move. We got some 4-on-4 hockey as some coincidental roughing calls there at the end of the skirmish. Here comes Matthews walking out. Shoots. That one goes just wide. Here's Riley going to spin and keep this one in. Marner in the corner. He has it. Matthews going to come up with it. Back over. Domi picking up this loose puck. Going to send it in front. Sailing through. You know, it says 4-on-4, but I'm seeing 5-on-5. And this is going to hop in. Demko going to make that save with 5:05 to go. 5:05 to go. So I know it says 4-on-4, but it looks like we're actually playing some 5-on-5 hockey. Demko's been solid. He's given up some bad goals, but he's playing well where it counts or when it counts. Shutting out this Toronto team. 5 minutes to go. Not a lot of time to get 2 goals by a decent goaltender. Matthews carries a purse. Did the Beebs teach him that? The Beebs. Tavares in to take this draw. He's going to lose it. Vancouver going to come away with it. Again, can't take anything away from the Canucks. They are the best team in the NHL. Here's a shot going just wide in the corner. Bertuzzi playing it back to the line for Liljegren. Liljegren across to McCabe. Back to Liljegren. Back to McCabe. They're piling up in front of the net now, looking for shots from the point, which I don't mind this strategy, but you're not supporting them when Vancouver's pinching up on them. This coming to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi, he's going to carry this in. Nylander runs right into Bertuzzi's way. Vancouver, they turn it over. Nylander trying to get by. He interfered with there by Miller, and they let it go. This coming all the way down back into the Toronto zone. McCabe here to pick it up. Let's go, boys. Time to wake up. Time to wake up. McCabe with it. Gonna move it ahead. Here comes Brody. Brody flying down the ice. Gonna flip this one down in the corner. Gregor. He comes in. Gregor trying to get there. Picked up side of the net. Leafs play it back to the line. Giordano. Cross ice pass. Quick shot in the corner for Gregor. Gregor. He's gonna scoop it up. In the corner. Still working with it. Gregor needs some help. Here comes Holmberg. Over to Knives. Knives picks the pocket. Oh, you should have shot that. Over to Benoit. Benoit down low to Giordano. Cross ice. Holmberg with a one-timer. He fanned on it. Back over to Holmberg. You can tell the play calling is get it to the point and look for shots. Because even when the forward had an opportunity, he elected to go back to the point. Trying to jam the side of the net. That one, they can't put it in. Giordano, bad pass. Benoit has to come back and get it. Toronto making some changes. Hanging on to it. 3:23 to go. Here comes Matthews. Matthews walking in. Matthews driving to the net. He puts a shot just wide. Here's the side. They're digging for it, trying to come through. In the corner, Marner spinning around. Marner looking for it. He stops, pops, comes out in front. It's sitting there. Domi picks it up. Domi, cross ice. Shot. There's a Leaf player who comes sliding in. It's Tavares. Like he was sliding into second base. He comes sliding in after he gets knocked down in the crease. Toronto's going to pull their goaltender with an offensive zone faceoff. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got a closeout here coming. Vancouver doing a nice job. So there's Marner taking a cross check in front of the net. No call on that one. If you're just coming in, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. If you want to join us for a full game tomorrow night, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to our channel. It's easy, it's free. Just hit that button that says subscribe. 3:01 to go. 38 shots now for Toronto. Toronto needs to find a way. They need two in 3 minutes. Scramble draw. Vancouver's going to win that. It's a bit of a scramble. Toronto trying to come up with it. Riley gets it to the line. Quick shot. That's going to go wide. Toronto has to be careful with their shots. Those wide shots can be tough to hold the zone. In the corner, they're battling for it. It's going to come to Marner. Marner, side of the net for Matthews. That gets blocked. Marner with it again. He's looking. He goes right in front. Tavares misses it. Nice shot on net. Marner's going to steal the puck, gives it to Riley. Riley curling back. Drops it to Nylander. Back to Riley. Sharp angle shot. Big rebound in front. Vancouver's going to come away. Nylander holds it in. Willie coming through. Taking a look. Sharp angle shot. Willie, that was stupid. Exactly what we talked about. He went to take a sharp angle shot and completely missed the net, and the puck ends up coming all the way down to the Maple Leaf side. Marner going to bounce this off the boards. Here's Matthews with it. Matthews going to carry this one up. He's going to put it in the corner. The Toronto forecheck has to get going. Matthews in there, goes off of it. Tavares can't catch up to it. In the corner, Domi can't catch up to it. Vancouver gets this down the ice. This should be an icing call, and it is. With 1:54 to go, it's an icing call, and we get a face-off in the Vancouver end. They are really, really struggling right now. But Thatcher Demko, boy, has he turned it around. He's got 23 wins this season, a 2.42 goals against, and a 919 save percentage, and 4 shutouts. He is a big reason why this Vancouver team is doing a great job. That's now 40 shots. 3 pounds. It certainly did, Mark. It certainly did. Lee, that's awesome. That's really funny. You know what? I don't blame the goaltender. I don't blame Jones on this. Yes, he hasn't been great, giving up 6, but I don't think they were all his fault. I blame the team in front of him. They've been pretty lousy all the way around. It is. The penalty kill has been bad. The power play has been bad. Special teams has been atrocious. In special team, listen, they did get a shorthanded goal. So I got to give Marner some credit for that. Honk, what's going on? Rapo's job. It hasn't been great. Toronto can't afford number 1 goaltender or any depth. That's a problem. It is a problem for sure. Right, Onyx? It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Again, if you're just joining us, we're looking for 2 subscribers to get us to 9350. Hit that subscribe button. Here we go. Tavares coming in to take this draw. Again, this line has really played the last 2 minutes. They got to be exhausted. So Leafs have gone down from 62% to 58%. They win this one. Nylander is going to keep this into Marner. Marner working it around. Riley going to settle it down. Back over to Marner. Toronto can't even complete a proper pass right now. Here's a quick shot, and that one's going to be a stop and go into the corner. They can't get anything in the middle of the ice. Vancouver doing an excellent job forcing. Oh, there's a hit from behind into the boards against Tavares. And it's the far referee. It was right in front of the referee's face, and the near referee let it go. It's the far referee from the other side of the ice who makes the call. So Quinn Hughes, was it Hughes going to get it? There's one cross check, and there it is. John Tavares, Quinn Hughes with a cross check from Tavares from behind into the boards. And the referee who's right there doesn't pick up the whistle. It's the ref across the ice who calls it. Now it's a little too late. It's going to be tough for Toronto. They get a power play with only a minute and a half left to go. Let's flip the hat. Let's get this one going. Let's do this. Scramble draw. Toronto's going to come away with it. Back to Nylander. Nylander across. Here's a shot. Big rebound. Back to Marner. Marner walking in. Just find an open lane. Back to Nylander. To Marner. Shoot that. Cross to Matthews. He shoots. That gets knocked down. They chop at it. Nice save by Demko. Demko tracking that all the way. Great moves. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Appreciate it. That puts one more away. One more subscriber to put us to the marker.
Without the ability to stop any of the passes. And here, right.
So thank you all so much for supporting our channel. We appreciate it.
It sort of waffled on it, but you can see Demko was
Let's go.
there, but
1:12 to go. Empty net. It's a 6-on-4 situation. Lots of room out there. Toronto can't win that face-off. Oh, they're going to blow it down. Going to wave Vancouver out. They're going to drop it again. Yeah, Hayden, it's been a very entertaining game. It's actually been a lot of fun. Who knows? Maybe this will be a Stanley Cup matchup. Thank you so much. There it is, 93.50. Appreciate you guys hitting that subscribe button. Again, stick around. Our new post-game show coming up moments after this one completes. Matthews with a shot. That one gets knocked down. Side of the net for Marner. He puts it in front again, and it's going to go high and over the net. So Toronto continuing to fire pucks at the net. Canucks are still in first place, even for me. Canucks, it's weird to say that, right? What a turnaround this franchise has had. Vancouver has come a long way. A very long way. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock Eastern time, we'll be here for the Leafs and the Kraken. I hope you'll be here too. Toronto wins it back to the line. Nylander setting it up. Pass across.
Last minute of play in this period.
Here's Tavares with a shot and another great save. Another great save as it's deflected up and out of play as Toronto continuing to throw pucks at the net, but they cannot beat Big Demko. For those who don't know, Demko is 6'4", 192 pounds. He is a big man, taking up a lot of net. So when you don't make him move, it's hard to score. Toronto wins another draw. Back to Matthews at the line. Over to Marner. Marner coming in, taking a look. Side of the net. Tavares digging it across. Tavares always does that where he pulls it from the side of the net. Nylander to Marner. Oh, you waited too long. Toe drag shot. Side of the net. The Leafs put it just wide. They're going to clear it down. Matthews can't keep it in. This is going to come out. 30 seconds to go. Matthews back to pick it up. And we got a big scrap going on. Riley and Cole are tied up. Tyler Myers and John Tavares are going at it. It's the first time we've seen any sign of life from John Tavares. They are really going at it right now.
Acknowledge me.
So Myers is going to the box. Tavares is going to the box. At this point, it doesn't matter. But Tavares tried to walk out of the corner. It was Ian Cole gives Tavares another shove from behind. And it was, so Tyler Myers cross-check Morgan Riley from behind into the post. Two Leafs. Marner takes a cross-check and goes down. Riley goes down. Myers gets a right hook into the face of Tavares. Tyler Myers has been cross-checking anybody. So there should be 3 Vancouver penalties on this play. And instead, they're going to give 1 each. So this is the problem. You call the ticky-tack cross-check in front of the net against Giordano, leading to a Vancouver goal. Tyler Myers and Vancouver have been taking cross-checks at Toronto the entire game, and barely any of them have been called. There should be a Vancouver cross-check, Vancouver interference, and roughing on that one call, on that one play. So in Toronto, should have had 1. So we do have 2 Vancouver players in the penalty box, 1 Maple Leaf player. Toronto still comes away with a power play, when in fact, they should have a 2-man advantage here. but it is absolutely ridiculous. The officiating has been atrocious here in the third period. I wanted a goalie fight. Yeah, David Boy Milder should have had at least 2. So the officiating, again, we can't blame the game on the officials. Yes, they called 3 straight penalties on Toronto in the third period, leading to 2 Vancouver goals. However, it's the consistency again that has been ridiculous. All right, so now we got 3 Vancouver players in the box. Back to Matthews, who shoots, and he put that one wide. Matthews with a chance, who went wide. He wanted it again. Comes out to Matthews, he shoots, and this one is blocked. Matthews with it again. He's going to go cross ice. Shoot that. They're just feeding Matthews. Another blast, and Demko wants it. All they're doing now is feeding Matthews. They're trying to get Matthews in. Somebody else should shoot. And okay, so now they got it right. Leafs have a 2-man advantage. I'm glad we got that one straight. Thank you, officials, for actually listening. So Demko has been stellar here in this period. They just keep feeding Matthews the puck. 9.7 seconds. The officials are over at the penalty box. I guess they're going to make sure they got the right time on the clock. Listen, regardless, even if they adjusted it to like 12 seconds, Toronto's not scoring 2 goals in 12 seconds. Vancouver is going to win this hockey game. The question is, can Matthews score to continue his hot streak? So they add another second. They put it to 10.5. 10.5. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Much appreciated. Again, welcome in if you're new. Thanks for joining us. So Vancouver's going to win this game. The referee's in the way. Matthews, Marner, cross ice to Bertuzzi, shovels it in front. Nice save, and that's going to do it. The game is over. Vancouver wins 6-4. That is the final, ladies and gentlemen. It's time now to go to our brand new post-game show.
Watching the Samwell V12 experience.
Welcome to the post-game show of the Leafs and the Vancouver Canucks, where Vancouver was able to take this one 6-4. It was quite the affair. The first period belonged to the Vancouver Canucks, scoring 3. Höglander, his 13th from Lafferty and Hughes. Höglander, his 14th from Amon and Garland. And then Garland, his 7th from Bluger and Joshua. The Maple Leafs were able to get things going in the second period as William Nylander found his first of 2 for his 22nd. Riley and Brody assisting that. Then it was Jake McCabe, his 3rd from Marner and Matthews. Finally, Nylander, his 2nd of the game, his 23rd from Riley. It was Garland then who struck at the end, his 8th from Bluger. The third period was back and forth. The Maple Leafs tying things up. Marner, his 20th on a short-handed breakaway. A beautiful goal goes in unassisted. Then it was Miller, his 21st on the power play from Hughes and Pettersson. And then Pettersson, his 25th on the power play from Miller and Hughes. The officials calling 3 straight penalties on the Maple Leafs to start the third period, and that was enough for Vancouver to absolutely put it away. Toronto tried, Toronto battled hard, but they just didn't have enough. They just didn't have enough to get it done, but it was a valiant effort as they came in and battled. They fell behind early. They worked really hard at the end to try and pick this one up, but it just wasn't meant to be, unfortunately, for the Maple Leafs. It was Vancouver who was all over them. They played an unbelievable game. They came through and did an amazing, amazing job. If we go and we want to break down the game stats to see exactly what went down, here it is. The Vancouver Canucks, 21 shots. Toronto putting up 47 shots. 47 shots. Absolutely incredible. From a hit standpoint, it was Vancouver leading the way 34-26. It became a lot more physical as this game went on. From a faceoff percentage, Toronto 36 to Vancouver's 21. That equates to 61.8% for Toronto in the faceoff circle. But the big number is right over here in the middle of the screen. Toronto goes 0 for 5 on the power play, 2 for 3 is Vancouver. Now, there were a couple man advantages right at the end of the game, so really they went 0 for 4. That last one doesn't really count. Giveaways, you see it there, 7 giveaways for Toronto, 1 listed for Vancouver. A lot of takeaways, 5 for Vancouver, 4 to Toronto. The block shots making a big difference, 19 for Vancouver, 14 for Toronto. So a nice job there blocking some shots, and that really makes a whopping difference. It's tough when you're getting that many shots, and when you're having them blocked, it makes a big difference. So one thing we have to look at is who were the players in tonight's game. Who are the players that stood out? Who deserves the accolades for this one? And well, it is, should I leave it as a surprise? Should I leave it as a surprise? Nah. Your 3 stars for tonight's game are, boom, Connor Garland. He is going to walk away with star number 1. He had a pretty doozy of a game. 2 goals, an assist, 3 points on the night. William Nylander, star number 2. He wakes up and has a great effort. 2 goals tonight. Not a great first period, but when Willie awoke. And then Höglander as well, 3rd star tonight. He picks up 2 goals for 2 points. This was a tough one. There are some honorable mentions that we have to go around. Mitch Marner, he gets an honorable mention tonight. He came up with a goal and an assist, 2 points. He had that shorthanded goal. He also walked away with 5 shots in 23 minutes. Matthews, of course, he played a decent game. He had 7 shots. He threw a couple of hits as well. A couple players who really struggled tonight. Domi, he played okay. He had 6 hits tonight, but he struggled, and I don't necessarily blame Domi for his struggles tonight. I think I put it more on his line mates. Nyes had a very tough game tonight. He struggled. He was being hit and worked around very physically. Nyes struggled. Yarncroc struggled tonight. Tyler Bertuzzi, John Tavares continuing to struggle. So they did not do really well. Michael, welcome in. It was the Vancouver Canucks taking this one 6-4 in an entertaining game, a very entertaining game. But as I was saying, John Tavares really struggled. Bertuzzi really struggled. Bertuzzi ends up only playing 13 minutes of this game. Bertuzzi did sacrifice another tooth today as he got knocked down and had a tooth get knocked out and was a little bloody. The fourth line really struggled. McMahon, Kempf, and Gregor struggled, but the defense was not good. TJ Brody had a lot of challenges in tonight's game. Giordano, a lot of challenges defending this very quick defensive team. Riley did as much as he could do. Riley led the way in minutes for all defenders at 23.5 minutes of ice time today. 10 shots by Morgan Riley, which is pretty awesome. He did pick up 2 penalties and had a couple of assists in tonight's game. Liljegren struggled a little bit. McCabe and Benoit, I thought, played okay. They each, McCabe 18 or almost 19 minutes. Benoit about 13.5 minutes of ice time. Marty Jones in net tonight for Toronto did not have his best outing, that's for sure, but I don't blame a lot of those goals on him. The team in front of him really, really did let Jonesy down. Vancouver, on the other hand, quite a nice all-around game. Even though Boeser ended up a -2 tonight, a good effort. He was really skating. Connor Garland, I mean, he looked great. Miller looked great. Sam Lafferty, boy, we wish he was still here in Toronto. Sam Lafferty, another nice game. 3 hits. He's 50% in the face-off circle. It's tough to find a Vancouver player who struggled tonight. Pettersson looking good, as always. Bluger had himself a nice game. Mikheyev, Joshua, everybody contributing a little bit. And Kuzmenko, the player who's been the subject of a lot of trade rumors, was involved in this game a lot, in the play, doing a lot of nice things. From a defensive side, Susie, he was a -3 tonight, so if anybody struggled, it was him. But he was mixing it up. He was getting under the skin of a lot of the Leaf players today. Leading Vancouver in minutes from a defensive standpoint was Tyler Myers and Roenick. Tyler Myers, boy, was he dishing it out. He was all over these Leafs, dumping them all over the place. But really, the difference maker, besides the poor play of the Leafs, Thatcher Demko. Demko was incredible, even though, I say incredible, he gave up 4 goals, and some of them were not pretty. But when the time mattered, listen, 47 shots, he stopped 43 of them. He still walks away with a .915 save percentage. I mean, Thatcher Demko was the difference maker. At his large frame to shut down this team, he did an absolutely excellent job when he needed to. Now, a lot of things happened in this game. If we walk through them, William Nylander, he snapped his 6-game goal drought. He also became the 4th fastest player in Leaf franchise history to reach the 60-point mark in the season. That's good for him. Jake McCabe, who tried to cut the Leaf down. He was trying to get in there to create a multi-goal comeback win in consecutive games. That didn't come to fruition. But William Nylander, he notched his 200th NHL goal, which was nice to see him get done and get going. So congrats, Willie, on your 200th NHL goal. Also to note that he moves within 9 of matching his father's career totals. His father, Michael Nylander, totaled 209 during his 15-year career, which is pretty cool. Morgan Rielly picking up 2 assists and has 8 career points in Hockey Day in Canada games, which is the 3rd most by defenseman in the NHL, just behind Erik Karlsson and Dion Phaneuf. Mitch Marner, he got a couple of points and now recorded his 6th 20-goal season of his NHL career and 4th consecutive. Marner scored his 9th career shorthanded goal to pass Daryl Sittler and George Armstrong and to tie Mark Osborne and Dan Daoust for 11th place on the franchise's all-time list, which is pretty neat. Quinn Hughes for Vancouver collected 3 assists in a game for the 7th time this season, becoming the 6th defenseman in NHL history with as many in one campaign. The others who did it, Paul Coffey, Bobby Orr, Ray Bourque, Phil Housley, and Roman Josi. The other thing with Quinn Hughes is he's joined Henrik Sedin as just the 2nd player in Canucks history with 7 3-assist outings in a single season. This is the 70th multi-point game of Quinn Hughes' career. So that is pretty darn incredible. Taking a look around the league at all the scores at this point, your finals: the Lightning 3-1 over the Sabres, the Avalanche 7-4 over the Flyers, the Predators lose 3-2 to the Coyotes, the Jets win it in overtime 2-1 over the Senators, the Bruins downing the Montreal Canadiens 9-4, the Stars 6-2 over the Devils, and here Toronto loses to Vancouver 6-4. Currently at the end of the second, the Blues are up 2-0 over the Washington Capitals. Those are your Editown scores at this time, 10 o'clock Eastern on Saturday, January 20th. So thank you, everybody, for hanging around and watching around. Let's go to your comments. Let's see your thoughts on this game. Leafs played the Canucks in the second and third. 47 shots. Curtis, yes, that is amazing. They put up 47 shots, but they just could not get it done. They absolutely could not. Feel Sammy gets pulled in the first period and we lose very bad. I'm very jaded after this many years of watching Toronto. Yes, Lee, it is tough. It's tough to see that many goals go in. Absolutely. And Samsonov has not been stellar. They give Martin Jones here a little bit of a longer leash because Jones has played quite well. And as I said, I don't really think it was Jones's fault for how this played out. It was more the team in front of him. They kind of let him down. It was not good. Tomorrow night, the 21st, the Leafs and the Kraken. Mark says we win tomorrow. It's going to be on a different level. We'll have to wait and see. That should be a really good game. Of course, we will be here live on the channel doing the Seattle Kraken game play-by-play. So make sure you tune in for all the Leafs action. Bertuzzi should have a nice bonus under his pillow. The lone stranger, Bertuzzi, struggling. And I'm curious, what is it going to take for Bertuzzi to find his game and get going? He's had a lot of chances, but when is coach going to sit him, move him? And when I mean sit him, not just a period, put him in the press box for a game. Let's get Nick Robertson back out here. Every game Nick Robertson has played, yes, he's a little bit of a defensive liability, but he's fast, he skates, he works hard, and he's been scoring some goals, and him and Domi have a real chemistry together. So I think it's about time we get Nick Robertson back in. I think it's about time we get William Lagesson back in. It's time this Leafs team really shake things up and not just pretend by saying we hold people accountable and not doing much. All right, that's going to do it as we're going to wrap up this post-game show. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for tonight's game. I hope you enjoyed our post-game coverage. We'll see you tomorrow night, the Leafs and the Seattle Kraken. Until then, be good, and we'll see you real soon. Again, Leafs lose to the Vancouver Canucks tonight, 6-4. Time to turn it around. Go Leafs, go. Take care, everybody. From the Samwell B12 post-game show, good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
The United States, a different land.
Watch it. Sam Welby experience.
You're watching the Samwell B12 experience.